Okay, so we're going to do some more topics today, and the first topic is actually VPN, so virtual private networking, and we need two servers for that to test this in our private environment. So best scenario always is that if we had tested it over the internet, right? But you know, we need a public address for that, public IP at least for that. So, but setting it up over the internet, some students were saying from somewhere else. But what we need to understand today is how to configure VPN, right? And even if this is the end of this lab, okay. This is the end of the most important lab of today, and you missed it, guys. So anyway, we're starting. So okay, this is the VPN server we have already configured. Let's go for the client side. I'm still kidding. And now I gotcha. So we will be talking about now VPN and CTIC admin CTIC add. Thank you. Okay, so we're still rolling the video. So virtual private network is used for remote connectivity between your home and office and between the branches as well. I hope many of us have used this feature of VPN. So which company VPN were you connecting to, whoever was using this? Anyone, any suggestions? You've been using that. Okay, which company VPN you set up? Cisco or Nortel or?
One of them was using Juniper firewall.
Juniper, okay.
And another company they were using Windows VPN.
Windows VPN as well. Some company was using Windows VPN. Okay. Woohoo. Anyway, so just overacting.
It was a brokerage company.
Okay.
Like a brokerage house even, and many
like
banks were connected to them.
Oh, security sensitive, and they were using Microsoft VPN. Okay, congrats Microsoft. Anyway, somebody is using. Oh. So, but Microsoft and Juniper, that's what you saw, right?
And so we were using Cisco.
Okay.
We have a Cisco ASA firewall.
ASA firewall, and so what about the client?
Cisco VPN client.
VPN client. So you install a software, configure it first, deploy it through group policy or?
No group policy. It's on the ASA itself. Cisco ASA firewall.
All you need to do is go to browser and just type the address and it connects, or do you need a client actual?
There is a client.
There is a client, okay.
Cisco VPN client.
Which you have to deploy in the laptops, yeah.
Yeah, so it was on the other end, and we use the dual factor authentication. So
which is?
We have tokens. It generates like a 6
for 5 seconds, 6 seconds?
Like each 1 minute.
Okay.
Each 60 seconds will change,
Yeah.
And that is having also another RSA appliance. So we have dual factor authentication. So
nice.
in case they bypass the authentication of the ASA, still they are challenged with the token, the number of token.
Which is just remaining and keep on changing, which is generated every minute actually. Yeah.
Every 6 seconds.
Cool.
So
nice. So anyone else can give an example of VPN you've used in your companies or anywhere? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Good. Yeah, that's also good. Okay, no one else said for the record of the video. So Nortel VPN we were using, and okay, with VPN you need certificate as well, or not? Yes, you need. Certificate services have to be there. So in fact, it should be very secure. And when the NAP technology comes, then we were going to talk about some more as well, how we actually secure the incoming traffic to our network, inbound traffic. So there are 3 stages of remote access connections here as we are talking about it, which we are going to discuss. Then there's NAT we use every day. Even now we are using NAT. Okay, so what's the concept behind that? And then ICS, this is the most advanced technology that nobody uses ever. No, we used to use it, ICS, or Internet Connection Sharing, in our Microsoft operating systems. Remote access service and VPN protocols. We're going to talk about all that. So 3 stages of remote access are connection, authentication, and authorization. So first you make connection. For that, what kind of encryption, what level of encryption you're using. Protocols are decided as well on both sides. Suppose one side is using high level protocols, other side is not using that, then there will be a problem. There could be a problem. Maybe on the company side you're deciding, hey, we're gonna just decide whoever wants to connect to us that has to use PPTP or any other protocol. We're gonna be talking about that now. So if the other side is not using that, they cannot connect. So first the connectivity, then the authentication. Identify who they are, username, password, certificates. These are 2 ways you can put that. Authentication, then authorization. Once you get connected, what resources you can use, right? So IP filters, like you can give an IP range as well, or what they can access, and NTFS permissions, of course, you should already have there. So NAT is network address translation. Public IP translates to private IPs. Anyone has any confusion on that? So we could just go ahead. NAT is like true or false. Are we using NAT every day? Actually, every 3 to 4 hours the NAT service changes for us. Even true or false? If I make it more tricky question, every 3 to 4 hours we use a new NAT service. Okay, I'll rephrase it. Yes or no?
No. It depends on your modem type.
No, every 3 to 4 hours we use new NAT service. Means when you are, if you're going, so in office there's NAT, then you go to KFC, sorry?
Translation IP changes.
Yeah, so new NAT service just means that wherever you go, there's NAT. So these different places you go, everyone is offering NAT. So if this is true,
Yeah.
if there was no NAT, then if you needed internet, then what?
Public IP. You have to have the
Purchase public IP for every device, which is $10 per month. If you have 5 devices at home, so it's $50 per month. Wow, for internet that sucks. But because of NAT, our private IP address devices can be provided internet with a public IP, one public IP, right? So let's just go ahead. This is something that we use every day. Internet connection services. Anyone ever used that in the old times? Anyone here older than 65 years? No, I'm just kidding. So if we just quickly see that, so already does our Windows 10 have this ICS, internet connection sharing, right now? What is the purpose? First of all, your computer becomes that internet distributor, right? So suppose your computer is only receiving the internet and the devices around you are not receiving internet. So then you can configure that. If I just go to my laptop here and go to this connection and then go to open networking, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, so then we go inside here and then we go to properties and then we go to sharing.
I use it.
Even now?
Yeah, not even.
Okay. You used it.
Yeah, I use
Okay.
it.
Used to use it, right? Okay. So used to use
Mostly used for
It's
dial-up
20 years
connection.
back.
yeah, for
When we have dial-up connection.
dial-up
Yeah.
connections. So there are at least 3 of us who are older than 65 years. Right. Okay. So 58. So I thought there were none, only me, but there are 2 more. So
We use the 2 LAN cards for that.
exactly. So in you know, when we
Dial on demand.
dial on demand, so we used to configure internet clubs for that, you know, some shop with coffee and internet sharing as well, and they would just, hey, can you configure that? I want to do business and be rich. Okay, so let's go ahead with routing and remote access services, RRAS. That so remote access still literally still offers dial-up. Hey, who uses dial-up nowadays? Actually, there are places that you still use dial-up. I still need to know which places, but there are.
Some ATMs are still using phone lines and dial-up. Are they?
ATMs are using dial-up. So there could be anything that is remote and is not, you know, in touch with wireless or Wi-Fi links are not going there. So if the telephone lines are there, just use the dial-up, right? So that's why 2012 also has dial-up when you configure VPN. So
VPN as a dial-up.
they use
They use as a dial-up.
even now it is being
Yeah,
used,
they
right?
use. Even the banks use in India, right? And it's just checked it out.
Okay.
Use a VPN network on a
Oh,
dial-up.
on a dial-up.
Online, yeah.
Okay. See, I'm just looking at you. No, it is the case. It is definitely. And why would you not use DSL and go for dial-up? If you don't have that option, of course, you're gonna go for the next option. Next is not gonna go for the third option, right? Here in Canada, the Nunavut province, that's above Nova Scotia. Okay, so Nunavut, so that's like still prehistoric province. Okay, I didn't mean that. Sorry. So they are also they're just connected with Nunavut. Nunavut, Nunavut, right?
You can jump over.
Not the natives province, not India. So they're so okay, nowadays VPN is used as DSL is common, whatever. So RAS needs to be protected as thousands of connections are made in large organizations. If anyone has experience with ISP, anyone has done a job on ISP networks, internet service providers? Hassan? That's why he knows everything. You've run ISPs actually. Yeah, you told me that. Okay. So, but definitely, like thousands of connections are coming. How do you secure that? How do you actually know who's doing what and how they're connecting? If 10,000 of them are disconnected, how do you actually troubleshoot right away then and there, right? So let's go ahead and try to pause the video. And since so VPN is a connection, what is a VPN connection? It is you can just connect to all these buildings. Okay, let's go next. So let's get down to really I don't want to just stick to long slides, and let's just go and if you understand all the things. Tunneling protocols for a VPN connection: PBTP, L2TP/IPsec, SSTP, and IKEv2. So that was VPN. Now let's go to the next topic called NAP. Just kidding. So these protocols are the ones that we're going to talk about now. So PBTP, point-to-point tunneling protocol, Microsoft proprietary. First thing. Second thing, not very secure anymore. It used to be. But as new threats have emerged, so L2TP has been introduced. Ta-da-da. So there's that. Microsoft. Seriously, I did not finish that. Okay. So Microsoft protocol supported by Microsoft operating system supports only TCP/IP. Port is 1723 for those who are using firewall across your network, and you need to actually add an exception. You need to know the port. So the next version, the more secure, is L2TP, layer 2 tunneling protocol, and here open standard, so it can be used with multi-vendor technology, supports multiple protocols, not just TCP/IP. What are the other protocols other than TCP/IP? IPX, SPX, exactly, which is used for Novell network. Anyone still know about anyone else using Novell? We're still using Novell, right? Let's go. What about Nortel? Same as, huh? Nortel is now Avaya, or Avaya bought it? Okay. So anyone knows? Oh.
In 2008.
Whoa. But okay. Nortel is also gone because we okay, still some of the big banks which already bought billions of dollars of Nortel equipment is still, but they are in the process of kicking it out, and Cisco is coming in for all the IP phone, and there shouldn't be any support anymore as well. If the technology is gone and no research is going on, etc., etc. Supports multiple protocols, not just TCP/IP. Can use IPsec. Anyone knows IPsec? In Cisco, did you read about IPsec?
No.
Hey, the guy who's gonna say, don't. Oh no, he's gonna listen to a video. So anyway, Timur, when you in future, I'm talking about Cisco. Okay, anyway. So IPsec is Internet Security Protocol. Second thing. So whenever it comes to IPsec, I have to stop here and go to and finish my samosa first. No, and go to that forum where I put it as a reference for It does four security stuff actually why I'm using stuff, but it uses four security mechanism to protect your data that is traveling, right? So we're going to do also today BitLocker, which is data sitting on your disk and still you are able to encrypt it, and how do you do that, etc, etc. Huh? BitLocker as well. So we're going to try to do EFS first, which is file and folder level encryption. Then we're going to go for BitLocker, which is full hard disk level. But for IPsec, it is a big deal, and IPsec was not included in the firewall in Windows 2008, but IPsec is included now in the firewall in Windows 2012, which makes Windows 2012 firewall much more secure or securer than before. So if we go to IPsec here, and let me show you four things. Starting up verification. Am I a robot or not? Okay, log in. Come on, move it. Okay, so IPsec. That's why I just put this forum up so I could refer to all the material that I at once need, and but now it's like, okay, there it is. What's the big deal about it? And in this video, below video, if you want to configure IPsec between two computers, even you want to encrypt moving data between even two computers or as small as that. So anyway, what does IPsec do? IPsec can be used in protecting data flows between a pair of host to host, between a pair of security gateways, network to network, or between a security gateway and a host, right? So all three are supported, but what fourth stuff it does? IPsec uses cryptographic security services to protect communications over IP networks. IPsec, so actually it starts from here. IPsec supports network level peer authentication, data origin authentication, data integrity, data confidentiality, and replay protection. So can anyone tell me network level peer authentication and data origin authentication? What does that mean? Okay.
You know, the peer on the other side on which you are exchanging keys, you have to ensure that this communication is coming from this specific host or peer, not somebody else and or something.
So definitely, okay, as one, whichever whichever computer or network is the next one. Peer-to-peer authentication, are they the one we are supposed to communicate, or are they someone else or somebody's, as you said, impersonating? Then what is data origin authentication? Where it is data originating from? Is that the device that it was supposed to originate from or not, right? So what are the mechanisms for that? There is that public key, private key. There is that symmetric and asymmetric keys. We can say that both sides have the keys that they can check, but also there's a hashing as well. So anyone knows the concept of hashing? What is a hash?
Value taken out of like any kind of like collection of data, and it has fixed length. So if you say you have a word file and you run this MD5 algorithm, it will just do its own calculation and will generate a string.
Exactly.
If you change even one letter in that, the same document,
the hash will be changed as well.
And it's irreversible. From the hash, you can't even know what is the origin, which file you have been playing.
Nice. So it has all that hash has all the information about the file, as well as the words there, the location of the words there. If you change any location or word itself, the hash will change as well.
Change one character.
One character even.
Like if the document contains ABC.
Yep.
And then you calculate, the hash of that one. It will be a
fixed.
very long string.
Yeah.
A very long string.
Yep.
And even if you put it BAC, this string will change. Yeah. But it will remain fixed.
So how does it secure us?
It's a one-to-one function and irreversible.
Yeah.
So how does it secure us? Suppose I send a message to you and you receive it and now use hash for that. How do you use that technology feature to know that, oh, I'm secure because
Yeah, the hash is I have to recalculate the hash. And compare it with
somebody has to recalculate the hash again on the site. So when you send an email message, and you want to make sure it was not messed up with, and maybe some attached Excel file had some values that somebody changed, or the content should not be changed. That's the main thing. During the travel, nobody sniffed it and changed the contents, right? And data integrity and data confidentiality. Data is not changed. Again, it is encrypted, and data confidentiality is encrypted. Integrity is again. What is integrity and confidentiality has a difference in? Integrity of data, confidentiality of data.
Confidentiality, no one must knows about the data, but in integrity, the data must not be changed, must remain intact.
That's as similar to hashing, right? That should be the same.
In hashing, you send the data and also
The hash table as well.
export form of the hash by the data. The receiver will check the data, put it on against the hash. It should be the same as the sent.
Yep.
hash.
And integrity, nobody changed it, but how do we test it? Integrity. That it same thing, right? So what is the replay protection? Last one.
Someone should not, sniff the data in between, and you will reconstruct,
It's the session you're saving now, and
reconstruct the session.
exactly.
You will see what
So
kind
the
of
session is connected, but suppose it got disconnected for a few seconds, and it again got reconnected, and you are thinking that that's the same session, and that's the same party on the other side that I was connected to, while maybe it's not. Somebody's impersonating now that, hey, I am that same network you were connected to, and this is the data that I was sending you, the same data. So that's how replay protection is, that if you reconnect, the session key from the previous session should be the same. If you reconnect and the key is different, you're at once detected that this is the this is a new session. This is a new guy. I was not connected to this guy before, or this network before, right? This is just a few. IPsec has so many other functionalities as well. That's why it's a big deal that IPsec is now integrated with the firewall of Microsoft. No, I thought there was some snoring.
No, it is.
No, snoring.
Yeah, it was. It was. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're all awake somehow, with open eyes. So I saw one student once, he was like looking at me, staring like that. But I was not even, blinking. Then I knew you can sleep with open eyes. Wow. And then I did this, he's still looking at me. So that was like, wow, how can you sleep with open eyes? Woohoo. And he was sleeping a lot actually. But this time he came up with, okay, I'll keep an eye open. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and IPsec. So can use IPsec for encryption. IPsec moving data is secure. BitLocker and EFS, the data that is sitting or lying down or just watching TV, the data that is on the data that is not moving, just sitting on the disk, as you said, is secure. So let's just check that out as well after that. So I can use IPsec for encryption, requires certificates as well. It's not supported by older operating systems. So TCP port, again, the ports we need to know. IPv6 support is also there. So PBTP is older, Microsoft proprietary, and it's not that used. But if we configure our VPN client now, it will be there. If suppose, of course, your network is still accepting as this as a last resort, okay, you still want to connect, I'm connecting on L2TP. Do you have L2TP? Suppose it's not configured and there's some problem as well, you cannot change that configuration. So, okay, PBTP, just connect, I think it's secure, and I assume you're a good guy. No? Well, the thing is that network should always have high security. This slide has some very useful detailed, this link has detailed info about VPN, but if you just Google it, that's it. So what about these segment, packet, and frame? You may have read those in Cisco already. So segments, packets, and frames, although there's nothing more than that we're going to be discussing, but this was such a colorful diagram, I had to include it. See? Color, see? Color combination, contrast. Okay, anyway. So Since you read it, let's just go ahead. PBTP allows multi-protocol traffic to be encrypted and then encapsulated. So difference between encryption and encapsulation. What is encapsulation of a packet? Okay, maybe I should go back.
Adding tags to the
Headers and so what is what are you exactly adding when you say headers are being added for? What are you exactly adding there?
Source IP.
So this is a TCP header in segment. When you put it, when you call it a packet, it's just having the source IP and destination IP. When you call it a frame, destination MAC address and source MAC address is also there. So and CRC, which is correction or integrity of the packet itself, the data itself. Cyclic redundancy check. So okay, this is and there's a model which we need to always know when we start doing that. What is the name of that model? OSI model. Was this discussed in Cisco?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Very deep details.
In deep details. Okay, this means for a second.
To the extent we start like diving into
Okay. So PBTP can be used for remote access and site-to-site VPN connections. When using the internet as a public network for VPN, the PBTP server is a PBT-enabled server. Yeah, PBT should be supported on client and server both, and it's a Microsoft property. Let's go ahead. L2TP allows multi-protocol traffic to be encrypted and then sent over any medium that supports point-to-point datagram delivery, such as IP or asynchronous transfer mode. That was English. Believe me, that was English. So okay, so this is going to be we can make it a very big discussion here, that how packets move, how they're encapsulated, and how finally they reach their destination. Okay, now that was so L2TP is just more secure than a PBTP, and I'm gonna send you this tutorial. You can read it in detail, in depth at home. I'm sure you're not going to, but anyway. So let's just go ahead. L2TP is a combination of PBTP and layer 2 forwarding, which was developed by your favorite Cisco systems, right? So everyone's favorite. So this is a collaboration between Microsoft's PBTP and L2F of Cisco. L2TP represents the best features of PBTP and L2F. Hey, your bag said he's present. So and now. Your bag will be saying he's absent or is still present. You're here, right? Okay. Now is El Presente. No, bag is here, you're here. Don't worry. So L2TP relies on IPsec. That's the more secure portion of that. L2TP relies on IPsec in transport mode for encryption services, right? The combination of L2TP and IPsec is known as L2TP/IPsec.
lot of terms. Nobody can remember.
So what is public key and private key?
They're used for encryption. Private key is the key that the site or the server keeps for itself, and the public key is that is distributed for the other clients that they want to have a connection with the server. They lock the data, they encrypt the data with public key, and only server can decrypt it with its private
key. And private key is only with the source or the owner of who's going to get that message, and that message can be only decrypted. We're going to talk about that. There's another topic coming that where we're going to talk about public key and private key. But here, if it anywhere refers to PKI, so it's public key infrastructure. Both L2TP and IPsec must be supported by both the VPN client and VPN server. That's what I was talking about. If you just restrict your server to be, hey, I'm just going to accept L2TP, nothing below that. So if your client machine does not support that, you will not be connected, right? Unless the negotiation has been enabled. That first try to connect with L2TP. If the client does not support that, then go down a little less secure, go down a little more less secure. It's up to you how less secure you want to go, and let the client still connect. And in these operating system, Vista and XP, okay, that's pretty old slide. but it still works. So L2TP is installed with TCP/IP protocol. So now it is included when we install VPN itself. So we're going to be using that. So SSTP, Secure Socket Tunneling Protocol, uses SSL for encryption. Okay, encryption does two things. Not encryption. For SSL does two things. Certificates does two things. Encryption and decryption. Yeah, but encryption and authentication. Certificates do two things, right? Encryption and authentication. You can use it encryption or authentication as well. So when suppose you open a website that is e-commerce and you go for certificate, of course, for security to make it HTTPS. So when you're logging in, users are encrypted. So that passwords are encrypted as well. So you can use it both for encryption as well as authentication, right? Authenticate with the certificate as well, or we'll use our own authentication method for that if you're not using both. But it gets a little more pricey if you go for that. But definitely use certificates for both. Okay, better firewall support. Port may be open already. So for other protocols, you might be fighting with your security team or with your firewall administrator that please open those ports. 443 is always open. Why? Already open because of HTTPS traffic, right? So many of what kind of applications we have that will be using that, or what kind of servers will be already using that in your environment. Exchange server would already be using that, right? So if you have ADFS or any other services that are serving outside users as well, so you would be using 443 already. So support certificates as well. Client access only, not for site to site. So if you want branch to branch communication, and I did ask that question. How do you communicate to branches with Cisco technology? Connect, right? Why would we use Cisco for that? Okay, so let's go ahead. Limited support for older clients. So SSTP does not support XP and Vista. It should not. Introduced in 2008. So again, hey, wasn't that enough? Okay, so SSTP is a new tunneling protocol. Over TCP/IP 443 to pass traffic through firewalls and web proxies that might block PBTP and L2TP IPsec traffic. Even if they block that, this is always open. SSTP provides, so you can just put your VPN connection to SSTP and just use certificates for that, right? So you're saying that you were, when you were using VPN, there were two multi-factor authentication. So I thought whenever I connect to bank, when I was connecting to previous job as well, where I was again connected to the bank, so I thought it was the top-notch security I'm dealing with. So one day I had to really connect. In next 15-20 minutes, I needed to do some task at night. So my laptop was not working well, so I was not able to connect. So there was my kid's PC. I know the viruses were there. I know it is the most unprotected one, and I knew that okay, if I tried to connect from there, I'm not gonna get connected. So I just put that software. The CD was there with me for the Nortel software, VPN software. Installed that, and I put that certificate, which was given to me for 1 year, auto renewal. So that certificate I put there in the proper place, configured it, and connected, and was. I was blown away. I was connected and I just stayed there for 2 hours, and all the viruses are also going, cool, man. Let's check their security more if their antivirus is good. But anyway, I was transferring files there, a file server, and there, and the PC I was connected from was the most unsecure on the planet Earth.
Yeah, but that is a major, like a breach, because they should have a network access protection at the
NAP. They should have NAP there, which is the next topic now.
Yeah, NAP will,
it won't let you go. Yeah.
And it has to run like the basic security checks, so that
Exactly.
and the virus, and do
Yep.
authentication.
Yep.
Then it will grant you access.
Definitely, it should do that. What is NAP? Is Microsoft's technology, right? The Cisco also has one more, which is called NAC, NSC, right? Why am I referring so much to Cisco? Anyway, so Huh?
Network access.
They're the best? Okay, it didn't mean Microsoft. It's okay. I mean, you're still the best. Come on. He was just kidding. Come on. Anyway, so let's just go. Now, yes, you're right, actually, Timothy. The Microsoft, no, Cisco, there were so many more jobs. Now, everything is going virtualized. So, now, many of the CCIE I'm talking to, they're saying, hey, because now software is involved, we have to go to the virtual side and choose that too, and we need to know virtualization, and we need to know Windows now as well. And before that was not the case. If you're a pure Cisco, you can get a job there, but now it's a combination of certifications they need.
No, but we will go. Windows will shift to Linux because
Everything is command.
So
Yeah,
they will
the
ask
2016 new technologies are coming. Wow,
the
that's.
market. They will ask us, okay, Linux, but there's some information about Linux.
If you have Linux background, they'll select you. So yes, so much is being integrated now.
No, the shift is towards what is called the software-defined
Networking, exactly.
It's like a totally new concept.
Virtual switch, virtual routers, virtual
Yeah.
network cards. We already are using that.
Also,
Yeah.
because everything is inside the data center and you have multi-tenants.
Exactly.
So your virtual machine is running beside somebody else, another company.
And you have to keep it separate.
Yeah, running on the same
Exactly.
virtualization engine. So how do you split this one?
Yeah.
And each one, the traffic has to go to different,
And the flow has to be perfect as well, separate as well,
Have
secure.
to flow through the same switch, the same firewall.
So definitely, it's
how do you define this?
Hmm.
You go to the firewall
Software
and
defined.
switch, you will not be able to do that. So you have to go for the software defined software stack and just define
Yeah.
the path and the protection and this is not covered by Cisco because it's not Cisco.
It's not. I think it's CCIE. It is pretty much.
CCIE doesn't know about this. This
No,
is
CCI is now covered. Some of the CCI who are preparing now,
So they
they're
have-
saying that there is now a virtualization track. 2 or 3 modules are just talking about virtualization now.
Yeah. So now Cisco is introducing something. It's not very new
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
plus
There's one switch in VMware that is Cisco switch, which is
data center virtualization now.
Yeah.
Data center virtual.
is virtualized. So everything is virtual
Right.
and software defined. Definitely, as you said.
The hardware concept is actually
Yeah, fewer hardware, more software, and everything is virtual and cloud now. Everything. So before data centers were there, data centers were shrinking when virtualization was there. Now because of cloud, we are kicking out the data centers. Data centers are not gonna be there at all.
OpenStack, what is this thing? Where is this from?
OpenStack is a company name, right? There's also maybe it's like open source you're referring to, but OpenStack is a company that offers virtualization over their hardware.
Basically on the cloud.
Yeah, it is offering a very good cloud deals there.
When you see there's no computer. Computer?
Maybe we're in the mind hologram, just in the glasses, everything.
OpenStack, they provide the top layer for managing the cloud.
So it is a cloud company.
The cloud from different, like you have Zen server, you have
Yeah.
server B, you have
Hmm.
ESX.
Yeah, they just offer the hardware for that.
Yeah, you can combine all of these and merge them with OpenStack.
Nice.
Provide the virtualized data center.
So we have a Wikipedia here. That's a compliment. So thank you for explaining all that. That's very good. So hey, maybe after this class we're gonna have suggestion as well when Rizwan listens to this video. So we're gonna have your suggestion again. How was the video, right? Okay. Anyway, just kidding. Okay. SSTP provides a mechanism to encapsulate PBB traffic over the SSL. The use of PBP allows support for strong authentication methods such as EAP TLS. Seriously, you're gonna stop these, abbreviations. So extensible authentication protocol, EAP and TLS. Anyone use TLS in Exchange?
Yes. Last lecture.
Transport level security. Okay.
He was talking about ELS.
So you can actually make communication between 2 Exchange servers also very encrypted and secure. SSL provides transport level security with enhanced key negotiation, encryption, and integrity checking. So we are again with the same words of security we're talking about. And by the mid of the slide, students are like snoring. Half of them are snoring. Half of them like thinking of some good movie they're gonna watch today. So let's go ahead and try to reach the end somehow, or when a
So many abbreviations here. L2, TP,
L2.
SSTP, ABT, LS, IPsec.
what's the common one here? T, right? Just so TP, TT. So when a client tries to establish a SSTP based VPN connection or certificate based VPN connection, SSTP first establishes a bidirectional HTTPS layer. So you have a bidirectional secure layer, encrypted layer, which is a layer with the SSTP server. Over this HTTPS layer or the encrypted, we can say tunnel, the protocol packets flow as the data payload. So SSTP just provides an encrypted tunnel for your data to travel securely, and it should not be hacked. So ICAV, the specialty of this is that wherever you move, it just tries to reconnect you securely. So ICAV v2 is a tunneling protocol that uses the IPsec tunnel mode. So again, IPsec is there, so you have good security on the data that is on the move over UDP port 500. So the difference between UDP and TCP is it? I'm talking. What is after D in alphabet? Okay, E. Yeah. So it's kind of that question. Yeah. What is TCP and UDP? Ah, come on. You're asking us kids question, right? So, and ICAV v2 VPN provides resilience to the VPN client when the client moves from one wireless hotspot to another, or when it switches from a wireless to a wired connection. Whenever you're changing a network and you were connected through VPN, so if you are connected through ICAV, it's going to make sure that you're securely reconnected. The use of ICAV2 and IPsec allows support for strong authentication and encryption methods. So you are secure plus you get reconnected. It makes sure that the connection payload is so light that it or stays light that when you're disconnected, it does not take much time to reconnect. Okay, these are all the ports that we need to know about VPN protocols, whichever protocol we are deciding to work on or implement. And then what is VPN reconnect? It whenever you're disconnected, it makes sure you reconnect. Okay, next. So the word says it, man. Reconnect means disconnection, you reconnect. Yeah, seamless reconnection. Let's put some fancy words to that. But we understand that if you, and again, ICAV, if you're supporting that, then securely you are reconnected to the same environment. Okay, why IPsec is there? What's the big deal in reconnecting? Again, that same scenario where you got disconnected. But when you reconnect, you think that you're reconnected to the same network again, right? So maybe it's an impersonation of a hacker. A hacker is doing that impersonation. Oh, you're connected to yes, that same network while it's a hacker network now, right? So because IPsec is there, it's going to make sure that that session has not been hacked because of IPsec, right? So that's why it's a big deal that if you're using any protocol with IPsec, at least you are, you have some type of security there that is not hackable, but never rely on that. If those who create that have other ways to create a counter of that. Configuration requirements. Hey, we are down to doing the lab now. Woohoo! Okay, so 2 network interfaces. We need 2 network cards on the VPN server. Our DC will be our VPN server. And before doing anything today, let's just take a snapshot first of our machines, because I'm gonna ask you later to go back to the snapshot, and we don't need to create another clone for our whatever mess up we're going to do now in this lab. So IP address allocation, static pool or DHCP, authentication provider, NPS, radius, or the VPN server. We're going to talk about all that. DHCP relay agent considerations, membership in local administrators group or equivalent. So let's get going. And
In last class, we also had this.
Yeah, we are.
right?
Let's start
if
with
we
the
did,
first one.
that's okay.
First, go to that snapshot.
No, after that snapshot, I think we did FISMO, right?
This one, yeah.
So get back. Oh, that's very good. So if you took the snapshot before FISMO, go back to the snapshot where you haven't performed or you were about to perform FISMO, and that's the snapshot. I think that's very. There was no other configuration done. Yeah, group policy was done, so that's okay. If you have those machines, that's okay. Go back to that snapshot. So guys, the way we're going to check if VPN is working or not without even connecting to internet, that's going to be a little tricky. The best scenario would have been that we would have had internet and a public IP to check that, right? But this project will still tell you how to configure, and I'm going to prove you that it is a VPN connection, and we are connecting from a 10 range to our 192 network, and we are still able to communicate, and we are still able to access everything from a 10 client PC, which has a 10 range, 10.0.0.2 or 3 or 4. So it's why is it a VPN connection, and how the real VPN connection is very near to what we are doing. We're going to talk about all that. So our scenario is server 1, a domain controller, and 2 network cards we're going to add to server 1. Then we need a Windows 8 client or 7, it's up to you, or even a server, it doesn't matter. So we need then we're gonna put 10.0.0 range for VPN DHCP range. We're gonna have a second DHCP today, so that's gonna be our VPN DHCP. VPN can also have its own DHCP if you want to give separate ranges to the client that are connecting from outside or that are using just the VPN service. So how does it all work? I'm just gonna line it up. Remember to uncheck the network security option when selecting whatever. Okay, VPN server network settings. So on VPN server, add 2 NICs. Let's do that now. Give proper IP to both NICs. One is already having 192.168.200 IP. The second one is 10.10.10.10.10.10.10.
Both should be on the VMnet 12.
Both should be on the same VMnet 12, exactly. So yeah. So let's do that. So I'm just gonna try start doing that.
The client machine, it's preferably not to be on the actual directory.
No, it doesn't have to be.
It should be standalone.
Yeah, if it is standalone, it's okay.
That will give a real simulation.
Yeah.
Because it's something the AD doesn't know anything about that directory.
Exactly. So we can have a machine that is connected to work group, and we can even disjoin a machine to do that, because when we are on the 10 range anyway, even our Active Directory joined machine is not communicating basically now, because it's on 10, and it can only communicate if through VPN we are connected to our network. Then it's even if it's joined to the domain, then there is any use of that machine. If we put our second server on a 10 range, basically we are not communicating anymore. You ping it, you cannot communicate anyway. You cannot join, you cannot connect anyway, because it's a separate range, right? So if I
split tunneling, split tunneling, even though you have the
so 2 network cards, that's going to
one network card, but with the split tunneling you can connect to 2 different
yeah,
on the VPN at the same time on the local network.
and that's we're locked again. Okay, so we
split tunneling.
can we please do 2 network cards, please? Wait. Okay. Anyway, so that was a good suggestion. Yeah, and
No, we'll go with this.
but that's also a good suggestion if you want to go for 1 network card. But this actually makes it much clearer that we have a separate range and we are still able to connect. Wow, cool. So okay, first thing we're going to do is add a second network card, and the second thing is that we're going to put the 10 IP address range there. So let's just start the machine. Oh, okay, it's already started. Let's go back to that machine, Humber server 1. I think it is not fizz mode. So if I go to snapshot manager here, and snapshot 2 was nothing new, it's working ADDNS ADRMS. Okay, I did use your machine for other class where I did ADRMS. Okay, so static domain activated, and I hope this is not Fizmo. Hey, are you Fizmo? Can you just tell me yourself? Anyway, so going back to
It's not Fizmo.
how do you know?
I know, I remember that.
At that last lab was some other lab?
Yeah. It's before Fizmo.
How do you know?
You just put it on.
Huh?
You just did your own class.
Okay, so I hope it's not Fizmo, and let's go ahead now. So what we need to do, add a second network card second network card, and go for the IP address 10.10.10.10.10.10. So I'm just going to go for my first domain controller. No, that's the only domain controller or first machine. So I'm putting it on microscope now. Okay, there it is. So first step, let's add second network card to our domain controller. Although we have the internet one, let's not touch it, disable it, and let's try to not be confused on that. We are system administrators, we should be getting used to complicated situations as well, although this is not complicated at all. If you are just think you're a system administrator, say it 5 times to yourself, I'm a system administrator, I'm a system administrator. And this is the first configuration. We are having a third network card, so second network card disabled and it's just used for internet, right? So click add. I'm on the domain controller and I'm adding a second network card, right? So when we go to network card, next, let's see how many.
You will be installing the VPN on the PC itself?
Yep.
From the separate server?
Yeah, because then we would need 3 servers. So I'm just going for 2 servers to save our memory, and machine's memory as well. Right?
We can do it on a separate server.
Hey, everyone's machine support 3. Everyone's laptop is good for 3, and it does not go very, very, very slow. If that's the case, then we can go for third.
It's okay.
So you can those who wants to use 3 can go for 3 and just do this thing on second server, right? So I'm just going for 2 because some of us are shy to say no, I cannot. I just can go only with 2. Anyway, so I'm just adding the third network card, but I'm going to add it for connectivity reasons to the same VMnet which I'm using for my domain controller. So third network card with VMnet 11, right? And let's go for finish. You know what? Today actually, Isam. Who's this? Oh, sorry. I thought Hassan and Isam, right? So Isam brought samosa as well. Isam brought or Hassan brought? Isam brought, exactly. I was just confirming. Sorry. Hey, so still you were driving, right? So we should be. Huh? Hey, so investment on both sides, gas and money, right? And precious time as well, 20 minutes. So let's go ahead. Yeah, what was I about to say? Yeah, so that we should be listening more today to. Today is dedicated for Hassan and Isam, right? So whatever you say, we're going to be intently listening. Although we were listening before. So we should all start with 3 machines in respect of Isam. Okay, but since I already configured my first machine, so I'm just gonna show that it works on domain controller as well, which is more complicated configuration, and it's a big stunt, but it always worked. So we're just gonna make it work from here as well. So first thing, network card has been added. Second thing, so I'm just gonna line it up as always as major steps here, and so first major step is that we type major steps. That's the first major step. Then we go for add extra NIC to DC. Okay, second thing, put not 1000 or 10 IP here on the second NIC. The AND subnet mask, but no gateway and no DNS, right? This is on the on first PC on DC. We on DC. So second thing, I'm just gonna quickly configure it now, and let us go ahead and then we go for next option. Sorry? Yes, exactly. Uncheck that. Oh, I did not mention that. Oh yeah, I thought we were going, man. Serious? So, and as Olapa also referred uncheck IPv6. All right. So we're up and running now. So I'm just going to configure quickly here local server and go for this third network card. So I'm just going to rename it quickly as VPN. So when we are configuring VPN, we need to know exactly which network card to select, and that's really going to help us. So just name that a third network card. So let's just go ahead and try to configure that, and properties, and uncheck v6, double click v4, we know the drill, and 10. Okay, so that's it. But that's okay, and we are okay. You know what? We'll.
Class A or Class C?
So it's okay. It's just picking that up. So, okay, advanced and DNS. Uncheck the registry again. The DNS should not register this address. Guys, don't do that. DNS should know that because there are outside traffic coming through this VPN and will be connecting to our infrastructure, right? So it's okay. Just this address. So the only thing I did, I added that and made sure that the VMnet is the same as the domain controller or our internal network, and then put that IP address and press OK. That's all, right? Every 2, every 3 there. All right. It says DNS is. Oh, somebody said no. No, or yes, no. Okay, press OK. No. So close, and first thing is done. Did you uncheck? No, we should not. Keep it, checked. Okay, so, but since we need to follow Islam today,
So we had.
so even if we were not doing that, we should do that,
Not
right?
able to connect them.
No. Okay. So anyway, that was just kidding. We're joking.
All true, right?
Sorry.
Your net's 11.
Yep.
All true.
If your DC is on VMnet 11, then this one, right? If your DC is whichever VMnet you put. In your case, if it is 12, go for 12. In my case, it is 11, right? So just check your DC VMnet. That's all. Yeah, Rodapo, you were saying? Bingo. Okay, so next step is that we're going to let me just quickly create that diagram here, and for that I needed to have that special technology called mouse, because when I create diagrams I need that most sophisticated technology mouse as well as the MS Paint. And since Rizwan is leaving, we are going to do the most important part now. So, okay, let's just. Okay, so let's just pay attention in Canadian dollars. No, just pay attention, right? So if I'm attention, you can pay. So, so let's just go here. This is our first server. This is our second server here, and how we are making it work here. Order. Okay, so DC/DNS, and this is our second machine, which is either joined or not joined, doesn't matter, because we're gonna put it on a separate range. So this is our member server. So what we are doing here is, and you can tell me if you have any other questions for that. So how it looks like now is that if I put 2 network cards here, 2 network cards are here, and 1 network card is here. So when we put IP address here on our client machine must connect to our VPN. In our private environment, how is it possible? So if we are putting our IP address of our VPN card as 10, okay, and this is the IP address as 192.168.200.1. So I am putting the client IP like this in order for the VPN, in order to prove that hey, VPN works. There is going to be a VPN DHCP that during the installation of the VPN role, we're going to configure that. So VPN DHCP here, we can configure or we can use our local DHCP as well. But we're going to start configuring it from 10, 10, 10, 100 up to 200. So there will be a range we might need to give, or actually we will be giving 10, 10, 10, 100 up to 10 and 10, 200. What will happen now? So what happens in the real scenario? You have, let's just create a real scenario as well. A real scenario is all red. So in your home, when you're connecting to your how? The IP is your home IP, right? Suppose, what is the common home IPs? 100.168.0. Normally it's 0, right? Zeros or dot something you get. So that is 25. When you make a really okay, so suppose in the red now I am showing the IP trail of how a real VPN we are configuring and what IP address we see. So 25 is your home IP of your home machine. So when you are successful in making a connection with your company, the company VPN assigns you its own IP address. You cannot keep on using your company network from home by just your IP address, right? So what happens is the company is using, suppose that 172.16.22.42, whatever. So when you get an IP from the company, now if you ipconfig/all at that time, you're connected to your company network and you ipconfig/all, you see two IP addresses given to your machine, right? So this is company VPN on your home machine, company VPN IP. So all the time you're connected, because of this IP you receive from the company, you're able to communicate. And suppose don't get confused here, this is the company network is all 172 because you connected there, 172.16. 22 dot something else, 100 and so on up to 240. Anyway, so maybe the company network is 172.16 and you got connected from company through your home machine. But your home machine, the point here is that your home machine will have two IP addresses here. That's what we're going to prove here, that although I am able to connect to my VPN, local VPN with 10, 10, 10, 11 because they're on the same range, I need to basically make the connection first. As soon as I get connected to the company or I have a successful VPN connection, I should be getting IP from this range, 100.-200, right? So I should be getting an IP from this range. As soon as I get an IP from this range, I will be able to open the shared folder on domain controller. I will be able to open, even I will be able to do NS lookup or ping by name to the company servers. I will be able to successfully ping the company server. Right now, if I just put the client network card IP this, try to ping now. You cannot ping anything. Try to open any shared folder now. You won't be able to open it. As soon as we if we configure a perfect VPN server and we connect, then we will be able to do everything. That will be the proof. And we should have two IP addresses in our client machine. One is what we are giving now, 10, 10, 10, 11. Second is from this range, DHCP range. It should be that second IP because of which we will be able to communicate. As soon as we disconnect from our VPN connection, we should not be again able to ping our domain controller or open the shared folder of our domain controller, right? So this will be our test that we're trying to make it as similar as if we were in the production environment. We would have configured the VPN same way and we would have tested the VPN same way at home as well. Yeah.
Can you make one more diagram for the home PC?
Yeah. So yeah. So if this is the home PC and the home PC IP is this is the basic IP. I mean, this is what you get when you are connected from home or inside home. And as soon as you make a VPN connection, your company, you receive an IP from your company. Suppose this is the IP. Now,
being allocated by the DHCP server
of VPN server. VPN also has a DHCP server that it allows.
The first one is the VPN server or the second one, member server is the VPN server?
So this is the home one. This is you're receiving from home DSL. This is home DSL IP. So if you never connected to
Put it
VPN.
over there because it's under member server, so it's not.
Okay. So yeah, that's anything red here is home
Oh, okay.
on the right side. Anything red is home. Anything brown is the our lab, right? So this IP you get from home DSL, and then if you make a connection, successful connection to your company, you will get this IP, or you are supposed to get any IP from the company VPN server
Where can we see this two IDs?
on the client machine.
On the card?
Yeah, on the no IP config /all on that computer. As after making a successful connection to a VPN, it has to be successful first. Then you will see the second IP that must be, since we are configuring this one, so we will be getting an IP from this range 100 to between 100 and 200, right? Should be the 100 IP. So if we are successfully connected, we should be getting one of this IP. Second thing, we should be able to access the resources of our domain controller, right?
Yeah.
So this is a test.
What does this mean?
virtual card tunnel, and that IP will be assigned to this virtual card.
To this virtual card, which is
Yeah.
on the client side or on the server side?
the client side.
Yeah.
That's
So okay, you know what? I need to do that lab to actually do that there, or you can send me the steps. I'll give you half an hour break and I'll practice that first, and then
No, once you configure the VPN on the client side,
Yeah.
you'll add it. You'll add the
oh, okay, with this procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the software card. It's a software.
exactly. So let's just check that on the
Yeah.
client side as well.
Client side.
Yeah. So we're gonna
That's
check
why-
that.
Yeah, that's why when it is get connected, you will have two IPs.
Oh,
One
that's
is
what
the-
you're calling the exactly. Yeah, it will actually appear as a VPN connection, because you know what? We're gonna create a VPN client. We're gonna configure a VPN client there. So when you create a VPN client, it actually shows that exactly as you said. Yeah. I thought you were saying something else. Yeah.
No, this
Yeah.
is the one.
So this calls for samosas. Yeah. No, but oh, okay. Yeah.
Can we assign static ID to VPN without DSCD?
No, but that could be a scenario. It's just that you have so many users coming, right? So it has to be DHCP.
But we
At
can
once they
use
need
the
an IP to
profile.
connect. Sorry?
We can use the user profile in Active Directory to assign them a static ID.
That is possible. That is a possibility. I've seen that being done with my team partner
Number of
inside the network.
VPN members are, there are
Or we can have.
small number of users who connect through VPN.
Well, I know
This is possible, but still, yeah, it is not a manual process. You still have to make it automated somehow, either by having a software that you can deploy on every client machine, and then that software would have already had the IP address as well, or through GPO you can actually put the IP there already. But the main thing is that VPN all offers that, hey, you want to use a local DHCP, your own, or you want my DHCP to be. So we're gonna check now that all, right? Okay, let's go ahead now. So guys, yeah,
There you have showing us two DHCPs. One is the DHCP
Yeah.
and the other is the DC DHCP.
exactly. There are two DHCPs. Yeah.
So the home one is receiving the DHCP address of the DC server or from the VPN DHCP.
So home one, if not connected to the company through VPN, when you go home now
Okay.
and you have this laptop, where will that laptop get an IP address from without connecting to anything else?
First it will receive the IP address from the internet.
From
the
home
router.
DSL,
Yeah.
from your home DSL router. That's so it's going to this IP address.
Okay.
It is receiving from your home DSL router.
Okay, then I connect to the VPN
Company.
connection.
Yeah.
Then it will receive from the DC DHCP or from the
So that's a very good question.
blue one.
You can choose that. You can still not during the VPN configuration now. It will give us an option. You want to use your company DHCP to give IP addresses to any connecting clients, or you want to now configure a VPN DHCP. And the benefit is when it comes, then we're going to talk about that as well. There's a benefit for that, but that's a good question. So till now it's kind of clear, right?
Yeah.
And Ravinder ji is like bored to death right now. Like, God, go in for God's sake. Like, oh, okay, that was. Oh, but anyway, is there any question? So let's go ahead. So now next step would be, first step is we have added a second network card and we have configured that network card. So let's start now the wizard for that, and before that let us go there to the steps. So remote access role, format roles and features. Once installed, run the wizard. Okay, anyway, so enable security. Yeah, so let's just start the wizard now. Some of the samosa particles are here in the throat. So
You have to take another one to wash them.
if that bigger one is stuck, then what? Then I need to call plumber, right? Oh, okay, that was a bad idea. That's why I had a backup coffee. So just to roll in. Okay. Oh man, Tim Horton is putting something there because before Tim Horton, if I don't drink it, it's like anyway. So let's go to dashboard and go add roles and features on the server where you put what? Where you put the second network card and configure it as a 10-10-10, right? So but before doing that, did we configure the client? So let's go to the client first. So I'm just going to put that major step here now. We already did the server side on the client. Well, on the client side, I'm saying client, but it is a member server, right? So client side, just configure the NIC. Configure the NIC to have the IP and subnet mask as we just give to our VPN server NIC. So we're gonna give one sequentially next available IP, which is 10.10.10.11 with press tab whatever subnet mask it's getting, right? On the client side, on the second server now, right? No, the same network card. We just need one network card there, right? So on the client side, so I'm just gonna go to the other server. Either it's a other server or it's a other Windows 7 or 8 machine, doesn't matter. So let's go and gone here and hey, who had a nap here? Seriously? Okay. Snapshot, because we don't need it even for, oh, it's a member surveyor anyway. So go to, so this will be a real example. My second machine is not even joined to the domain now, right? In your case, if it is joined to the domain, it's okay. In my case, it's not joined to the domain, doesn't matter, right? Hey, still nap? Seriously? I wanted to get rid of this guy and this guy and this guy. Okay, maybe I need to go more back. You're right. I'm gonna go backer. backer. We're just constructing new English now. Now it's. See, it was effect of that first sip, the cold sip of the coffee, that I was thinking that member server is not joined to the domain, right? Yeah, they put it for me. It's all, it's coffee. Hey, coffee, stop doing that to me. Okay, so now that's what I was saying. Actually, I thought that I so anyway, trying to now I have workgroup machine. I think if any one of you have it, but so I'm testing on workgroup. You're testing on member server. You're testing, of course, it's member server already, so nothing extra you need to put. In my case, I have to. So I'm on the machine, on the second machine, which is not joined to the domain. It doesn't matter. Your machine is joined to the domain. It's okay. So let's go and configure that network card. Second, the internet one, I'm disabling now. And the first one, I'm just gonna put 10.10.10.11. So V6, double click V4. So I'm just gonna put it on the Magnifico and remove the previous IP. So 10.10 11. Okay, so it was good music until it went to 11, and I just don't need that as well. So everyone got the configuration for the second server? Yes. Okay, thank you for confirming that. Press OK. OK, and close. Okay, I can ping my DHCP or not. Yes, thank you for confirming that as well. So since nobody's replying, okay, it's pinging. So if it is pinging, then let's just go back, and we were just deploying our remote access role, and inside that will be two roles, which is the next lab as well. First is the VPN, second is the NAP that we're going to be trying to implement. So next, and then role-based or feature-based installation. Next, you know the drill. So remote access here. No next. Hey, you're not doing it. You're watching it. It's too easy, right?
Last session we decided just to watch.
Oh, we did? Okay. Hey, why are you doing that, man? Okay. So anyway, yeah, if you can go faster, it's okay. Otherwise, thank you for reminding that. So next, remote access. Nothing here. Next. So now it's going to have direct access, VPN, and hey, it should have NAP as well. Yeah, it's gonna come later. So next, and now it is we're just going for direct access. The first one I clicked and it just popped up with features. Routing, we're not, so you can use, just throw away Cisco material. You can use Windows as a router as well, right?
Where your hand shakes.
This means it's so important. So this also means take it as a joke. Okay. So so this is for ADFS if you're having some application collaboration between the two companies and you want it through VPN. So right now we're just connecting for this direct access and VPN. So what's the difference between direct access and VPN? Good. Okay, next. So so no.
Oh, with those cables?
Serial or serious? Serial cables, no. So direct access is a crazy technology. When you hear, your first question will be, how is it secure? So the direct access, your manager or your employee takes a laptop to McDonald's, connects to McDonald's. As soon as the internet connects, your employee is connected to all the company infrastructure without touching anything else. So the employee just works and open the folders and then closes, drinks a coffee and burger, go ahead and go to some other employee's house, or the employees want to eat and check every burger in the town, right? So it goes to KFC now and again opens as soon as the internet connection is there, connected to network without making the extra VPN client opening and clicking and putting credentials effort. That's it, direct access. As soon as you have internet, that you are connected. When you're down, your lid is down or you're shut, as soon as you don't have internet connection, you're not connected to the company. It's that direct. So this is the next technology that is coming after VPN, and we're going to talk about direct access as well. How is it? It's IPv6 technology actually, and in the background. So what's happening? If you don't have direct access, what do? Double click the VPN software, put your credentials, and certificate has to be there. The manual steps are 2 or 3. You put the credentials, double click to open the software and click OK. What if the direct access does it for you? So when you do these two things, again, you from your side are not doing anything secure there. You're just double clicking and connecting. Somebody else has already set up your security there. So if those steps are gone, as soon as the internet is detected, you're connected to your company directly. So those steps are not there anymore. So for end user, what happens is that the end users are very, very genius people, right? So when they call the clients, the desktop support at midnight, that my VPN is not working. So can you double click that, sir? Yeah. What is a double click? No, that's too dumb. But anyway, if there's problem with your VPN connection and the desktop support is on the phone, that's it. It's a disaster story now. You have to convince, go there, open services. For that, you need to go to start. Where is start? And how does you spell start? And how do you want to double click, right? Anyway, so direct access is, so I was just way ahead and nobody was stopping me. Come on. So direct access is there to...
Already installed.
So direct, one more thing about direct access. Your SCCM server your WSUS server, they are all time connected to your machine. As soon as your machine is connected, your antivirus server, whichever servers are giving services, and they see you, as soon as the internet is connected, they see your machine. At once they update the signatures. At once they update all the other things, right? So your machines is always with latest Windows updates, latest antivirus signatures, latest.
How is it possible? Is it using IPv6?
It's using IPv. So we're going to talk about that in next class. We're going to just because we can only talk about it because that lab is not doable still. So in the background, what technologies are being used? We need to discuss that. Right now, we're going to come back to Earth again and VPN. Let's just go ahead and directly. But direct access is also on Earth, right? So next, and let us go next. Role services, nothing there. Everything selected for us. Next, and restart. Install.
So while it's installing, we go to remote access and to this option.
Oh, yeah. While it's installing, can we go where? Remote access?
What role do you choose?
Oh, it's the first one.
Remote
That's it.
access.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, in the roles, remote access.
Okay.
There is another one that is confusing one as well. That has nearly the same name. Okay, not nearly.
So we don't have to choose routes in this time.
Then the first one.
Just is the layer 2, right?
Yep. So just top one. All right. Once this is configured, we need to go back to the slide and check.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Remote services, did you choose any other?
No, nothing. From now, it's click, next, and finish. That's it. Once installed, run the wizard. Okay, select VPN. Make sure only 2 NICs are showing. Now we're gonna configure the VPN itself. Next window give the next windows give the range of 10, 10, 10, 20 up to 30. Okay, and then we go for grant access. Okay. Then we're going to talk about radius as well. As soon as that option comes to us, we're going to talk about radius. So let's just get back, and we have our remote access installed. Yay! The binaries are installed. Click close here. Go to tools, or that yellow triangle. So direct access and VPN, but we can go to tools and do it the old way. So going to tools. Huh? What happened, man? Somebody said, oh, okay. Anyway, so let us go to remote access management, or which one were we supposed to go? Remote access management. Either we can go to routing and remote access or remote access. Which one? You said routing and remote. But why? Okay. It's remote access management. We can configure from there as well. Here we have more options because this is a 2008 way of doing that, and there we have less options. It's going to configure many of the things for us. Yeah, it was also known as remote access. Oh, okay. So suppose remote access opens, and then I say, oh, that was routing and remote access. Sorry again. So let's just do that. Remote access management.
No.
Routing and remote access, exactly, because it will do exactly as you said. So I was just testing you, man. Come on, man, close that. So even I told you now that, hey, I'm gonna open that and I'm gonna go back there. Routing and remote access.
That's why I'm saying
That's good enough, right?
Maybe there was something that I haven't used.
That is good enough to cover my mistake, right? So so routing and remote access, you know what, most routing and remote access. So wherever, if you say remote and access and then you see management, don't go for that, right? If you're doing a VPN lab, right? So routing and remote access, exactly. No, I was just testing, Ravinderjit, if he's confident or not. And okay. Okay, so let's just configure our VPN lab. So right click here, every two there. Yes. Okay. Configure and enable routing and remote access. Next. Okay, there are many options here. We're definitely not using NAT. We are in 2016, so we have NAT enabled routers already. So remote access, dial-up or VPN, let's just go there. And the top one I clicked, and next. So VPN and not dial-up for now. I used to connect to dial-up for 8 hours. and chat, and that was expensive. And I got a new job at that time. I was not married, right? Okay, I'm talking too much. So VPN, that is definitely irrelevant comment. You're right. So next, let's go ahead. Next. Okay, VPN. If you see 3 network cards, I hope you know, although the IP address just shows which one to select here. So go for that. What is this option here? If I keep it clicked, what it will do is, it's not going to let any non-VPN traffic touch this network card. We have put it, suppose the VPN is a server, you enable that server on a multi-purpose. There are more roles than VPN there, so the traffic for those roles may be also coming. Maybe there's a DNS role you also configured here. Maybe there's a file server or web server also configured, so there's traffic for that, those roles coming. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming. Okay, yeah, we're recording. Thank you. So if there's multiple traffic, multiple roles there, have other network cards get the traffic for those roles. But if we click this and keep it enabled, this means no other traffic other than VPN will be received on this specific network card. Right? Wrong? Okay. Next. And then what is this? Either you can assign remote VPN clients to the network that you want them to use. So I have this because I have I'm sure I disabled the internet one, but this is an internet one. So what are you using here to enable VPN clients? Yeah. Then what is this for, man? So we're just going to use a Ethernet 0 for that, right? For the dial-in access, VPN clients must be assigned to one network for addressing. Dial-in.
Just come because we have left with 2 internet cards.
Yeah.
The internet one got disabled, it got automatic.
Yeah. So because I left the internet card enabled. Sorry?
Are you using R2?
Yeah. You're not?
I'm using R2. I'm different interface.
Right now it should have been asking me the DHCP option.
Yeah, this is after that. Which was after that?
It should be after that. So
After that,
next
we have a
to
different-
here, this option should have come here.
This option come. This is
Network selection.
just because we have 2 Ethernet cards left after
Yeah.
the selection of VPN.
So it has to know that which other.
Internet one is disabled, then this can doesn't come.
Yeah, and I think I disabled it.
Yeah.
So. Oh yeah, it is disabled. Seriously, I should have deleted it. Yeah.
Remove it then.
But if I remove it, still it's not. It's only going to detect that when I cancel out and come back again. But anyway, it's okay. It's not. It's not a big disruption anyway. So that is okay. I'm just going to that option now. How do you want to? So here you want the outside inbound traffic or outside clients connecting to your VPN server. Do you want to give IP address from your local DHCP, which is 192.168.200 or something, or you can go for specified range. Let's go for the second one, specified range here. Next, and when we go to next, we can go click new here to give our range. And on the drawing, we decided that it's 100 up to 200. So 10, 100. And 10 to see, you get so bored when you're not doing that, right? You have to keep concentration, like I'm looking, I'm still there. Or not. Samosa fragrance keep me awake. So press OK here, and it could be just 100 up to 105 because we don't have that much machines. It's just for the fun of it. So press OK. Everyone did that? Yes. Okay, so next. Okay, what is radius? And authorization, and it also does AAA. Okay, how is it different? So let me just quickly create a diagram here. It's saying, what is saying anywhere? Anyway, managing multiple remote access servers. Connection requests can be authenticated locally or forwarded to a remote authentication dial-in user service. Radius server for authentication. It's going to authenticate Radius clients. Who are Radius clients? No. Huh?
The
VPN server itself.
Yeah, and that whenever I come to this screen, I always create a diagram. It deserves a diagram separate. It deserves that kind of protocol. Oh, authentication. Okay. So if what is a radius server? So you have a domain controller here or domain controllers here, and then you have those servers on the edge or the perimeter of the network that are receiving traffic from outside, right? Yep.
What do you understand by
Extract.
extract?
Edge. Extranet. Yeah, extranet is two companies connected.
Extranet.
Yeah, extranet is two companies connecting to each other, right? Intranet is your network inside. Internet is the internet.
Then extranet.
Is two companies intranets talking to each other. Two intranet connections talking to each other, right? Right?
So that's when we have our customers coming into through virtual private.
But extranet is all about you're collaborating with another company.
New branch.
Yep.
Not with the proper internet.
Yep.
But with some branches.
With some branches or other company. It's two intranets talking to each other, right? Okay. And Amir and Amin discovered new technology today. The table can actually go up and down.
We actually discovered
Woo.
3 days ago.
Oh, 3 days ago.
Now we are trying it more.
Oh, some more options and features. It's like, that PC is in a hospital and that PC needs to... Wow! I need this table at home, man. Woohoo! Seriously! Oh, cables.
The cable is not reaching. The cable is even higher.
Woohoo! So for the record of the video, the table can go up and right.
You see the height is
It's in feet or centimeters?
in feet. I think.
Wow! Amazing. I thought they were just dumb tables.
In
Oh, that's the only one. Others are not doing that. Oh, that's the only one.
That's for handicap.
That's yeah.
Actually, that is for, right?
Yeah. Sign on handicap.
The sign over there.
Why are you sitting here, man? You should be given a ticket. So that's why there's only one table. Okay, handicap. Oh, they was actually giving money now. So okay, what is radius here? And then we went to discover a table. So coming back, radius. Rizwan, it's okay, right? We discovered the table. It's in the video. Oh, just kidding. Come on. So okay, radius. But your comments were really helpful. Oh, okay. So
Up to this level, then God
he's gonna watch the video. Oh, that's also in the video now. So radius is that you have some servers on the edge or the perimeter.
Sorry, I want to define radius and I ask questions at extra. Now, configuring a VPN path for a customer to access his account. Okay, if we configure a pipe for an account holder to just come in and access his own account, right? What we configure for him is extra. Yeah, and extranet is an intranet that can be partially accessed by authorized outside users.
And who was authorized outside users?
Right?
Who can be authorized outside users? Authorized, right? Clients that are coming from outside, that could be coming from other branches as well. That could be coming from other networks and branches as well, right? So extranet basically is a term used for, hey, you have another company whose employees are collaborating with you and they're trying to access your intranet. And you want that collaboration, that's where the ADFS is used as well.
Also be the user too.
Yeah.
The user sitting in his own home. Because it was used as
Yeah.
authorized outside users.
There's a technology.
Company
Yeah.
or individual.
Okay. If that's the case, then what? What's the question?
The question, what
Yeah.
define APIs and I just want to
Oh yeah, extranet is also you wanted to know, right? Okay, that's, and thank you for reading that, and it's a bit more clearer now. But normally in production environments and businesses, hey, we have an extranet, so we always just understand from that, okay, we are collaborating with other employees of another company, right? So, but it could be other users coming from home as well, which is a good contribution. Thank you. So, okay, what is Radius? If you have a domain controller here, a DC here, and DC DNS, and then you have so what kind of servers receive traffic from outside? Can you tell me 4 servers there? One is the easy one. I'm just gonna take one first. So VPN servers. What other servers take traffic from outside? Exchange server. Okay. TMG, threat management gateway. TMG. Who else? Citrix gateway. Let's just put the last one as Citrix gateway. Because applications clients can access, and there could be URL that the clients could go and authenticated, and then the applications of the company appear as icons there from Citrix, right? And you double click as if those applications are installed. Now you're tasting the samosas you brought. Come on, man. You should be starting them.
So cold now.
Oh, hey, colder the better, or not?
DMP is still in progress these days?
Threat management gateway. I think there's the next version now, and this is also discontinued.
It's obsolete now. They both are.
ISA is like ISA. You're saying, right?
Yeah.
That's like way back. 2006 was the last version, right?
2000.
Yeah. Then this was there. Now I think this was all, but I did not follow up. So, yep, they're not being used. So, guys, this is the ISA is still supported actually. So this means it is being used. Yeah, still there in WSUS. I don't know about the official support, but WSUS is still downloading updates for them. Still, ISA 2006. So okay, guys, these connections are coming from outside. They are connecting to your servers or applications that are giving services through on behalf of your company. They are on the edge. The perimeter servers. Maybe they are in the DMZ. What's a DMZ? Demilitarized zone. What does it do? So if we go for DMZ, it looks like this, or not this. This. Where are the 2 firewalls here? There. So it looks like this. DMZ. There's a firewall for protecting us from inside attacks, and there's a firewall protecting us from outside attacks. So normally there is just for outside, right? Firewall, through firewall traffic should be coming, and all the ports should be blocked, and whatever you open. And if you want any machine to have traffic, then you can actually map that port in the firewall, public IP to the private IP, that okay, and the port which traffic is coming. But anyway, this is the outside firewall, but inside attacks also are possible. This is a in the magazines that this is a new level of threat, and it's been there for years actually also, that more attacks are coming from inside employees actually, and they don't have to be disgruntled as well. Disgruntled employees or angry employees do that or try to do that, but there are some planned ones as well. They want to just grab the documents and sell it to your rival companies and stuff. So this is a DMZ, and those are the servers that are inside the DMZ that are receiving traffic, and then they are sending or forwarding that traffic to the internal servers, backend servers. But here, what's going on for Radius is that all the users are connecting to their respective perimeter servers, and their traffic is then redirected to your domain controllers directly. So your domain controller is receiving connections from all these servers, and maybe some of the servers have hundreds of clients, some of the servers have thousands of clients, right? They are hitting directly to your domain controllers. This is something as a security issue as well as a huge amount of traffic is hitting from inside already, and now your domain controllers are receiving traffic from outside as well. So if you don't want to do that, so let's just remove those lines here and put our hero here, which is Radius, and you can have two radiuses as well, one for backup or standby, but anyway, or for load balancing as well. So what happens is exactly as you would expect, that when you add a radius, all the connections from outside are first connecting to the radius here, and then radius is doing AAA, and wherever it needs authentication, that authentication authorization traffic just from one server is hitting your domain controller, and then domain controller is or any of the domain controllers telling the radius, hey, yes, this is our guy, let him in, this is our guy, let him in, this is our guy, and oh, password wrong, sorry, okay, or whatever. But radius is doing the authorization then, but confirming of course from the domain controller, and accounting is done on the radius, which you know from which server or from which radius client the connection has been made, how many connections were made from which radius clients. Who are the radius clients here? They are actually from our side, what we know is they are servers, right? But for the radius, they are radius clients. So radius client, and this is the Oprah song now. Oh.
You're singing like Tahir Shah.
Tahir Shah.
Angel.
Hey, who's Tahir Shah?
Everyone is like revolution, new discovery.
Tahir Shah?
Just watch.
I'll Google it now. Him.
Tahir Shah.
Angel
It's a
that
song by Pakistani.
Angel song. Tahir Shah. Everyone heard that? Okay. Wow, it's so famous and I didn't know. Oh, okay. So anyway, so no idea also. So radius clients are actually the servers, and the clients of these servers are actual users connecting from homes, right? So radius servers clients are these, and if now the option, if I just go back from here, so what is it saying? That you want to configure traffic that it should go through radius. If we have configured a radius server, we would have just given that address, right? That no use routing and remote access to authenticate connection requests, or you want it to be set up through radius. We don't have a radius, so we're not gonna configure that. So we're just gonna keep that default option of routing and remote access. But we get to know at least what radius is, or radius is used in which companies? Hospitals, ISPs, government, wherever there are thousands of users, right? But top one is ISPs, right? That we can guarantee that it's more than 100,000. Always ISPs, they're so.
They have like servers, and they are connected to like hundreds of modems,
Yeah.
And when you're there, you get connected to one modem, then you get authenticated to that radius server. It was playing a major role, but now it's changed.
I was gonna ask the next question. Hey, is still there modems? Okay.
No.
But definitely that was how it used to work. Definitely. Yep.
It's a dial-up, because this is for dial internet.
Yep.
It was for
Inbound traffic. Exactly.
dial-up.
Okay. So no, we're gonna just for now accept traffic for routing and remote access through routing and remote access. So next, and then there you go. VPN is configured. Okay. Next lab now. No. So to support the relaying of DHCP messages from remote access clients, you must configure the properties of the DHCP relay agent. So what is a DHCP relay agent? Relay means that on behalf of some service on another network, you're giving or providing that service which is not locally installed, but somehow you're just picking up that service from the other network and then providing that service locally to the clients. Relay agent. So what is the use of DHCP relay agent?
Providing IPs to
Over the internet too?
what will it is?
Have you ever used? Yep.
Provide user that provide DHCP service for users that are not in our broadcast domain.
Which are not in our broadcast domain. Okay. Define broadcast domain in Microsoft contents, not in Cisco. Which are not in our network, and where is our network? What is the scope of our network?
That you cannot reach the DHCP server by sending DHCP requests.
Automatically to those machines and clients. So when they are connected through some other service and do manage to connect to us, give them that DHCP IP address, right? Okay, so DHCP relay is also used. Another scenario for DHCP is that in any network where you did not install the DHCP service, or DHCP service is not available for some reason, so you can have a Windows machine that can actually have a DHCP relay agent, and that machine is over the network connected to over the internet, or through router connected to an actual network which has a DHCP, right? So it's just relaying that DHCP packets and through DHCP relay agent. So it's just providing the DHCP service where DHCP is not there, right? So everyone got this message? Yes. Okay. Well, we were going too slow till now, but no, not too slow. Hey, you're not even listening. Video is there, okay. Now you made sure that, hey, now the video is perfect, so no problem. I can do anything else now. Anyway, so let's just go for.
More emphasis on video. Why are you making that so long?
Now you're in the class and you're still making emphasis on the video.
No, I'm working on ESX side.
Taimur, you're back now. Oh, okay. So that was.
Like his honesty,
Yeah, he's
I'm working on it.
straightforward, honest.
Video is nothing for me, so I'm
Yeah. So okay. Network interfaces, right? So first of all, it's just showing in the VPN network interfaces card which are being used. What about ports? Now it will show 128 ports for each protocol, not for every, but when you see SSTP and you keep going down and you just see SSTP, what does that mean? Okay, there are so many SSTP ports showing here. What does that mean?
for every connection it opens, they open up.
Exactly. So it's just like a 48 port switch, right? So you cannot have 49 connections then on that. So there is, and how do I know that it's 128? Okay, because I saw that before. Yeah, right. That's okay. No, the thing is that if you keep going down, it will change from SSTP to PPTP, and either it's P or it's T. And if I keep going down forever, then ICAV. But you're not seeing L2TP yet, or at all, or actually at all. No, actually, when you keep going there, and when the protocols are changing, there is. Yeah, it's PPOE is there, point to point over Ethernet, but there is, okay, L2TP might be there. Let's just trust Microsoft. So if I go to the ports and right click here and go to properties here, now you can see the numbers here. 128 ports for SSTP, so 128 connections can be received, but we can change even that. If you double click that, there's a remote access connections inbound only, and 128 you can increase or decrease the traffic. Phone number for this device, again, if you're using the dial-up as well, right? So you can just dial into that, if you have callback. I was gonna go there. Yeah, this is one, right? Yeah. So demand dial routing connections, no remote access. This is demand routing connections, and where did you see the callback? That option was there only. Yeah, this is for callback. So what was the callback feature? My elder brother was in that company, used to be in a telecom, and I was at home just sitting nothing. So I used to tell him, please, I need internet connection. I'm bored at that. And he would just give me a number that this number will call you back. So this is my company number, I'll call you back. Then if you will not use up your dial-up connection, and your company will not charge you, they will charge the company for what we are connecting. So that's how we can abuse the connection, right? Oh, don't do that. Come on, I'm just kidding. So that's old time story. No, I'm not okay white hair, but it's not. I'm not that old. You just offended me now. Okay, so definitely that's a old story. Okay, white hair. So yes, callback was that, and this is now a DSL connection, so it's already two-way. So cancel out, but we know these numbers there, and we know that we can increase and decrease, and these are the number of connections that we can have. If our client makes that connection, we're going to come back here and make sure that this client is showing there, just like in DHCP, the leases, DHCP leases are shown. The VPN clients will be showing here as well. And this is the logging option there. IPv4 is just going to tell us what else. So it's the V4 and V6 based network, and it's still, if we have put some static routes there, static routes are used for if you want to map a network to another network, right? So, I'm telling that to Cisco guys who are already network experts. God. Okay. So, DHCP relay agent, we talked about that. Let's try to check it out. We need to configure our VPN client and then make the connection, and then there's a workaround as well that we're gonna do because we're all gonna fail now. I'm just, I mean, like, what? Okay, anyway. So, you were like looking at me. Yeah, so how are we going to fail? Let's get failed first, and then we get past for then there's a workaround then we're going to do. So what we have already done, we have configured the DC with VPN server and the second IP and the 10.10.10.10 and the DHCP for 10.10.10.10, and now we're going for the client machine, and there we're going to be configuring the VPN client. So I'm on the server, and I think everyone's on the server, right? Nobody's using the Windows 7 8 client, right? Okay. It's a server. So let's just go here, open network and sharing. Hey, I just heard snoring again. Somebody's secretly sleeping while that person seems awake but secretly sleeping, right? So the person must be doing, yeah, or you're right, and sleeping as well. So that's a new discovery. So, okay, open network and sharing center.
Maybe after 10 minutes we find his arm is sleeping.
Yeah.
And talking as well.
And I have no idea that I was sleeping all this time.
And I'm talking while I was sleeping.
Wow, that was sleep.
It's already recording session.
And that was sleep teaching. So, sleep talking. Man, meditation. So other side of me was asleep. Okay. Anyway, so hey, I don't snore. Come on. Okay. Anyway, so. Huh? Computer waking. Okay, set up a new connection. Let's just go ahead now because we don't want to listen to more suggestions. For God's sake. Okay. Yeah, I was talking to Rohinderjit. Yeah. We're always joking, man. It's okay, right? So we already changed the IP, right? So yeah. Did we all change or reconfigure the client network card with 10.10.10.11? Yes, we did, right? So now we set up the client connection. So set up a new connection or network. Everyone there? Yes. Oh, okay. You said that. So connect to a workplace. Yes. Okay. Next. Yes. Okay. Next. This time we are still doing those irrelevant stuff, but we are still working as well, right? Okay. So I'm referring too much today, but it's a joke. That's a joke, right? And dial directly or VPN. So let's just go for click VPN connection, and let's not. I'll set up internet connection later. We already have internet connection, right? So we're just going to select the second one, and now there is that VPN connection. Internet address is 192.168. 10. Hey, what's wrong with people? It's like they become alarm clock. 10. It's in the loop. 10. And it just doesn't stop. Okay, what's the smart card? So only smart people can use this card. So smart, like looking smart, or acting and looking smart. So okay, smart, ni hao. Anyhow, okay. So, yeah.
Instead of credential, they use a card and they use that.
Did you see that smart card? So yeah, in laptops you have that extra thingy where the card gets inserted, or it's just inside. You can just insert the card and you get authenticated because there's that certificate inside the chip, and that has been given to every employee. Yeah. Sometimes lower managers as well. Yeah. Or medium. Yeah. First introduced to that, exactly. Medium, high, and small. Okay, anyway, so allow other people to use this. Yeah, if there were other people. So otherwise, just yeah, if you want to share the internet connection or VPN connection. So let's just remember my credentials. Click that and create. So now it's going to show up here. Here it's showing VPN connection. So let's just go to the change adapter settings, and there is that VPN connection which is disconnected, and you can see that it's already on IKEV. Although we did not made any selections on the server side. If we right click this and go to properties, and so that's the connection for the server, and we have options here, idle time before hanging up, never, or we can just keep it to any time that, oh, if it is idle to that much time, just disconnect, right? This is common options for remote. Security is where you can just go for yeah, the passion. Yeah, I want to learn. Yeah. Okay, you're yawning too much, right? So automatic, or we can stick one client to, hey, you're going to only connect to any of these if we want to select, or we can just go to, hey, keep negotiating 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the source server is, target server is all about, or advanced settings as well. If we go there, we can use a pre-shared key. A pre-shared key just means that the keys, same key is being used, or the same password is used by the source and the target. Both parties are using instead of certificate. Exactly. So this key or paraphrase, hey, it is cloudy today, and ha ha ha. You can just add ha ha as well, right? So anyway, and then there is that data encryption. How do you want it to be? No encryption or optional encryption. Connect even if no encryption. So if you put that there should be data encryption. Okay, yeah, we don't know where's that coming from, right? So authentication. We can select this one as well. EAPTLS, extensible authentication protocol, TTLS. Whoa, there is a TTLS as well. Cool. You just keep on adding words, man. Anyway, so allow these protocols, and we are just going for CHAP. Hey, CHAP, how are you, man? So it's like that challenge handshake authentication protocol. The most but that's MS CHAP v2, which is encrypted and pretty secure. The this was the CHAP, or there you go, PAP. Anyway, so was it selected? Oh, I actually messed up with the options. Anyone else who? It was not selected, right?
Selected.
No.
Don't select
It was used expensive.
Microsoft Sharp is
None of the options is
Selected.
even Lord
But was this selected?
No, that's not EAP.
This was selected, right? But in this, what was selected?
No, nothing is selected. It's empty.
Empty.
how to make it empty now.
Cancel it, and then open it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was testing you. Properties and go to security. Thank God. Okay, so yeah, otherwise we would have been troubleshooting that for 1 hour now. Hey, how to unselect that? Anyway, we get to know that we can change those features here, and if we want to share this connection, or through this connection we can let others have company's internet on the company's pocket, okay, that was a bad idea to give. So double click that and let's see if it gets connected. And if we double click that, this opens and we go to VPN connection and connect. In my case, I'm on work group, right?
It's also asking for username.
Again, give it.
Setting/admin.
Hey, thank you. I was gonna give Humber domain. So yeah, Citic domain / Citic admin, because I'm part of the work group. You guys are part of the member. You're a member server, right? So you're part of the domain. Citic admin and okay, and well, it's gonna fail. And then let's just go for a workaround now. Is this the same message you're getting?
Yeah, same.
Okay, so what happens is when you install remote access, by default it just disconnects all the connection. No one is supposed to be connected by default. We can change the policy to check which traffic we want to enable, which does not. But for now, we want to connect through our domain admin, right? So if you're want to just check one user, so I'm just gonna go back to my domain controller here and go to Active Directory users and computers, tools, Active Direct.
DSA.ms.
Oh, okay, DSA.msc as well. Okay, in fact, let's just do that. So if we go for our run and we go for DSA.msc, DSA.msc, or just open Active Directories and computers. So again, our domain admin, in your case it's Humber admin, right? So just go to Humber admin. In my case it is Citic admin. So, and it must be somewhere here, or not, or yes, or oh, that's not Citic. Oh yeah, that is Citic domain. So
I can't show you. I can't show you. I can't show you.
C.
No, I can't show you. Or you.
Oh, can't show you. Yeah, thank you. Hey, how do you know all that?
I saw it.
Oh, okay, thanks. So right click your Humber domain or whichever account you want to connect from, right? So properties, dial in, exactly. So you can see that when you double click your user account and the tabs open, you are going for dial in tab and allow access here. Everyone there? Every two there?
You use that static ID and the server.
Okay. So you can just put verify caller ID, assign static IP address, define IP addresses to enable for small amount of users, right?
Yeah.
That's a very good. Cool. Apply static roots even. Cool. So yeah, we can give static IP address here as well, right? So dial in. Why are we coming here and doing this? Because it says control access through NPS network policy, which is by default denying all the connections, which is a good security measure that at once you're not opening as soon as you implement your technology. You need to make sure that everything else in the back end configured. I'm just trying to double click the user. You're at the user Humber domain. Yes, double click, then dial in tab. You see all the tabs there.
Double click the user.
Yeah. Are you on top of the Humber domain, Humber admin?
Yes.
Right click in properties.
Right click properties.
Yeah.
Just do the user's properties for now.
Yeah. Okay. Close. So you're on that. Right click properties.
Oh, okay.
Which other properties were you going, man?
Right click.
Okay. And dial in tab. Right. So allow access and press OK. Right. Okay. So press OK and now refresh couple of million times and then we go and try to click this again. Now we need to still prove that it's a VPN connection and are we able to communicate. In fact, I did not create a VPN connection. I mean, it's not successful yet. So we can just go and check with command prompt here and ping our server 1. What is server 1? And it is pinging. See? What? Okay. So because we're on the same network. Huh? Yeah, and sometimes that's correct. So did I just oh, you know why it's pinging? Because we're on the same network here. VPN 10.10.10, right? And it is registered in the DNS now. If we had a third server as was being suggested, if we had a second server, member server with VPN, and this server domain controller was just having 192 address, we would not be able to ping at that time, right? So okay, so we're just going to try to connect ipconfig all. If you just go for that on the client side, on the client, if you're just going for ipconfig all, we just should be having one IP here, which is 10.10.10.11, and that's it. So all we have it right now is 10.10.10.11, and after connecting or making successful connection to VPN, we're going to try that again now. Okay, if I just want to go for by name to check before the VPN connection, if I want to go to the shared folder here and see, it opens. Okay, bad example. Let's go and just try to finish the lab. And so this okay, that why is it able to do that? Because our machine is not a home machine. Our home machine is 192.168 something something something, right? But our VPN server is not 192.168 something something. Our VPN server will be again 192.168 200 something. And second thing is our VPN server here now is what? 10. So that's why, and 10 is registered to DNS as well. So if it is 10 10 10, we are able to do all that. Otherwise this lab would have been much perfecter than this. Yeah,
Yeah, connected.
you're connected? Okay, after doing that allow access, right? Cool. So let's double click that, and let's not double click that. Let's right click and connect, and let's not do that again.
That's fine, that's fine.
Double click. Oh, here, sorry. Yeah, I was just okay again. So okay, so ctic domain / ctic admin. Yay, we are connected. Woohoo. Okay, now let's just check again the command prompt. So cmd ipconfig, yeah, again we can try that. ipconfig / all. So we have 10 10 10 11, and I should have 100 as well, which is there, 101 exactly. So now I'm connected to the VPN DHCP first of all, and if I go to the domain controller here, or if I go to the VPN server here right now and check inside the VPN connectivity, do we have, okay, now we have this in the remote access clients, as VPN is detecting that, okay, one client connected. And also if we can just disconnect, but we go to statistics here, and its connection is, so I'm just connecting from a work group, right? You're connecting from member server, right? So we just confirmed that it's coming from a machine that is not even joined to the domain, and we were able to do everything else anyway. So if we can go ahead and try to check this over that server 01, which we were already doing. If we press enter 2 times, ns lookup, and it gives us 200.1. So we are just making sure. किसको? Oh, I got it. No problem. ये इतनी है उसका NAP अभी एक और शुरू करने लगे. No problem. Sir, thank you. From the VPN to the server. Not pinging. It should. Are you able to access any of the shared folders? So main purpose that we are able to access the infrastructure resources, right? Are we able to do that? So and if it's not pinging, how can this be? So ping server 01, and it is again pinging. So and if we go for NS,
We can open the shared folders, but not pinging.
so then we can just maybe ICMP traffic, just ping itself is blocked automatically, so we can just enable that if we want to enable that. Otherwise some networks, but are we able to access the resources? Yes, if we can. I would really want to make this lab connecting from internet, so it could be really.
Using an IPv6. Have you disabled IPv6?
Yeah, I did. Oh, I did not do it for second card, actually, the VPN card. Yeah. So if we are able to access the resources, we are okay, we are good. This lab really tells us how to configure your VPN server, and if so in a production environment, if we wanted to do that, exactly these steps in the production environment, what would be one different thing you will be doing? Okay, 7. Anyway, so this VPN server, if you configure, you need to either have this second network card as a public IP, or the second network, or this server second network card IP has to be mapped in the firewall with the public IP, and then it's going to start receiving. So that public IP, either you want to give public IP directly to your client machines, or you can give it to a website or a web URL like vpn.yourcompany.com, and that vpn.yourcompany.com should be put in the client side where we put 10.10.10 today, 10.10.10.10. Here we can put just the URL or public IP, right? The procedure to configure a VPN is exactly the same. This is the only way we can configure a VPN, right? Only different thing we can do is put it as a public IP. Or even if you want to do it without public IP, do you know there's another way? Suppose your home machine, or you have open a company, you don't want to have a $10 per month public IP. It's $10, man. Come on. So, or maybe the company does not even give you, the ISP does not give you, and that's only ISP. Then what do you do? DDNS. There's another service that tracks your changing IP on the ISP and give you against that a URL or a web link or an address. Just put that address to any of your other clients who are trying to connect to your service through DDNS, right? Okay, so this is VPN. Any questions? Let's go for NAP.
Let's have some break and then.
Okay, break. Hey, the guy who just left said no breaks. We're going to study. Okay, 10-minute break. No, he left. But we have to be loyal. Oh. Okay, so now we're going for NAP, which is Network Access Protection. The basic idea behind it is this. No, not this. So this is just that NAP which someone was having here during the... Hey, nobody's even looking at the board. Are you all bored? God, man.
We're tired of winter. We want spring.
Huh? Okay.
We're tired of winter.
Tired of winter.
Last one is
Exactly.
permanent now.
Yeah, so these are just optional, and if you really want nap forever, exactly, permanent nap. That's a good one, actually. I didn't notice that. We can call it that. So, so this is a permanent nap, and the others. So it's better to have the upper naps than this kind of nap. So let's just get going. And so need for nap, or network only as secure as most vulnerable host, or if we have any vulnerability in any of the hosts, or you just left 2 or 3 hosts out of the 2000 hosts that are not updated with antivirus signatures, and they did not do the latest antivirus signature scans, those vulnerability, or you did not install the Windows updates there, right? So that network is still in trouble if any of your hosts are left with latest antivirus updates or latest Windows updates, right? That vulnerability will be there, and the hackers will be able to check and double check what are the computers in your network that are vulnerable and that does not have the latest updates, and they can use that for further attacks on your network. So high vulnerability with laptop guest computers, or at those users who are connecting from home and are connected through unsecure computers. So NAP can detect plus remediate non-compliant computers. Little or no user action is required at this time. Restricted network until resolved. So this means that if your computer is connected and it is found with some updates older, or it is found with no latest antivirus signatures, no latest Windows updates, and some of the compliance settings, like maybe the company says the firewall should be on and it's not on, so whatever it finds, it's going to, until it is resolved, it's not going to let you connect to the network, right? So that's the basic idea about that. Full network when compliant, so you can just connect to the network, or you will be, your machine is good, you will be connected. Limited network for guest. So guest machines, of course, if you're at the status of guest machine, or you're logging from a guest account, or you're coming from a IP address range that has been regarded as the guest range, then it will be limited. But this is the network that gives us an idea about that. Let's just talk about that idea, but I just need to make sure that hard space is good, because I could lose the whole video, class video, for that. And now I lost the connectivity as well. Projector connectivity. Okay, so we're back. So the client is connecting here, and if the NAP server is there with the VPN server and the firewall, through the firewall the traffic went, and the NAP checkpoint is there. I'm just using the term checkpoint as somebody is checking at that point, but it's not IT terminology here. So the client connection is redirected to the NAP server. NAP server checks that, oh, you don't have the latest updates, you don't have the Windows updates, you don't have the antivirus signatures latest, so I'm going to redirect you to a remediation network. Here you should have WSUS server, here you should have antivirus server, here you should have all the RODC or which can implement group policies that implements the compliance of the company, like firewall should be on, suppose, so it will just check that group policy or implement that group policy where the firewall will be on the machine and restart the machine. Once everything is done and you go through the car wash, that could be known as a car wash as well, right? The car just goes automatically and it's like zzz. Okay, anyway, PC wash. Okay, so that's a PC wash. So remediation network is there, that it's going to not let you connect. If the NAP does not let you connect and you have that, then it is going to put your updates to the latest one and make your machine compliant. Suppose you do not have a remediation network, or the remediation network could not remediate your machines, or your machine has some internal errors or corruptions that your machine cannot be updated at this time, so you are going to be redirected to a guest network. Suppose you don't have a remediation network and your machine is not compliant and the NAP is enabled, so your machine will be redirected to the guest network where you have limited access. You will be given an IP address and a web proxy, so you can use the company internet intranet there, but you will not be given access to the infrastructure, right? If NAP is there and remediation network is not there, your machine will just have limited network access. And our test today is, if our machine is non-compliant, the network should give that option limited network, and there should be an option there. An error should be coming on the network card that your network card setting is or your network setting is being handled by your system administrator, and you are right now having a limited network. As soon as we make this compliant, which we cannot, or we may be able to, we're going to check those options. Can we make our machine compliant in this state? We don't have an antivirus right now, so there's a compliance checklist that we will see. That means if you enable, hey, check the firewall, it will then check. If you uncheck that, it's not going to check that, right? So uncheck those options which you don't have and just check that one option that we have. Actually, what do we have anyway? Windows updates we don't have. Antivirus, we can turn on the firewall, right? That we can be compliant of, right? So if we check that, and it's all about the group policy has to be implemented again, and if you restart the machine, maybe it just gives you full network connectivity towards your domain controller. Otherwise, limited infrastructure connectivity, this means that NAP is perfectly working, right? So we're gonna just check the non-compliancy in our network. Okay, again, enforcement types, IPsec, health check could be done, health certificate could be there. You could actually use the certificate services to issue a health certificate as well. IP address or port specific. So enforcement types could be, if your machine is having a health certificate, NAP will let you pass, right? Or if it is coming from some specific IP address or port specific. Port specific means what? If it's a email traffic, or if that's exchange, having Outlook application is there, or any port, suppose port 80 is there, port FTP, or that telnet port is there. What is port 52? I think we talked about that. What is port 52 doing? Okay, what is port 56 doing? You use as 56? 1. Okay, what is port 51 or 52? Okay, what is port 389 for? 389, that's it. LDAP, Active Directory. Port 23? 21? I just said that. Come on, man. Oh, no, you know that. You just pass an interview. Come on, man. All the ports should be like. Anyway, that's good. So, what is port 51 or 52? What is for DNS? Yes. That's what I was saying. Then correct me, man. Come on.
Oh, really?
Come on. I was testing you guys.
For what? 52?
Yeah, port 52. In the interviews, I used to say that too. What is port 52?
Maybe if the interviewer is talking about port 69, I will. Oh, it's DHCP 67. I'm talking port 69, man. Then that is.
The interviewer should know that. The main thing is to correct the guy. The interview should know itself, right? So if I forgot that, before interview I always remember, memorize my ports as well. So I could ask some. Anyway, okay. Windows CA. CA is
51 is SG.
SG.
For SG application.
Okay, what is 52? So Majwad SW. So CA. What is CA? Huh? Chartered Accountant? Certificate Authority. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were testing me now. He's playing my game on me. You're playing my game on me. So 802.1x or switch or access point wireless connection. Okay, this NAP is not for inbound traffic, right? The traffic coming from outside. It's for any traffic, which means internal traffic. If you want the internal employees' machines or any other machines to be connected to your infrastructure, you can still put NAP to any kind of traffic you want, right? So that's what we're going to use actually, the traffic, our local traffic, which will be DHCP, type DHCP, right? So it could be wireless traffic as well. So definitely any type of traffic that is coming from any area, we can just put that. VPN as well, packet filters we can put, limit access, that's what we are intending to do. Okay, too many samosas. Yeah, direct access traffic as well as DHCP. So we can implement on all kinds of traffic again, and the TS gateway as well. What is TS gateway? Terminal services, right? With the new name for terminal services is remote desktop. Remote desktop services is the new name for terminal servers, right?
Services or remote desktop?
Terminal services is the old name. Remote desktop is the new name. Okay, so definitely. Let's just go ahead. Me and Timothy have one same thing. As soon as we, are in a kind of a sleep, at once snoring starts. So I have the same problem in my class when I used to. No, you're not, but before, everyone was watching. But I used to do that. Actually, I can't help it. I was too tired in my, when I was in the classes. So as soon as I start, it was, and everyone, hey, whoa. So one friend used to sit with me, hey, stop it. You're about to sleep. Yeah, okay, thank you. Because they caught me 2 or 3 times with loud snores, right? And I don't know how they.
But you caught him after 3 times.
Was it that snoring? No. You got your first snore.
Man, you would never know that you're asleep and snoring.
Seeing you, man.
Yeah, we were all seeing.
You were recording.
You have recording? Oh, okay. Here.
You recorded.
No, it's this guy record. I didn't record anything. Come on.
From now on, I'm going to capture you.
Now we're gonna record you.
All the other ones, I wasn't the only one. Maybe mine was just once. There were some others on the side.
Today in this class,
It was just once.
no, it's you would never know that you were asleep and you start snoring. You would never know that. I also couldn't know when I slept because I was too tired, right? Okay, now Rizwan will really be angry on us, so let's just back. He would now be thinking while listening to this video, hey Rizwan, we're talking about you, that what a pathetic comment this is. So comments going on. Useless, irrelevant, and hey, we're not joking.
Taimur will love this.
Okay, so anyway, this is all also recording now. And yeah, so we have sort of one. Oh, we're down to lab as once. I thought there were like 10, 20 more slides until you really are having all the nap. So, oh yeah, that and snoring. We have a. Hey, you also snore, right? Okay. Oh, you don't know. Somebody else, of course,
Nobody
tells.
has told me
Yeah.
that on this story.
Oh, okay, cool.
What does it
Who did that? Okay, and install NAP. This is irrelevant, really. So let's just go ahead. Okay, general steps are install and configure NAP, configure DHCP for NAP, group policy settings for NAP, and client testing for NAP. Okay, I forgot that. So for NAP, now first install and configure NAP. How do we configure that? NAP and snore, both. There should be another terminology called snore, which is actually, should be a feature. Let us go ahead and start. Okay, hey, you got that words. Start. We're learning, man. So here's the NPS we already installed, right? Did we install NPS or not? So let's just try to check that out. What is our plan? Our plan is that we're going to install NAP there. We're going to configure DHCP to enable the NAP feature because it's disabled by default. Third thing, we're going to go for group policies, and fourth thing, we're going to do the client testing, right? So first thing, let's just go there and install snore. No, NAP. So go to dashboard, go to add roles and features, and so we're starting this lab for NAP and going to under the microscope now. Next, and next. Oh, you know what? Disable the VPN card, because now this lab it's going to create problems. So cancel out. I'm just disabling it for now. Otherwise, it's better to just disabling, which should do fine. So I'm just disabling the VPN card here, and the other client machine. We need to do the client testing. It is on 10.10.10.11. So let's just put it. If we have DHCP, local DHCP working, in my case not. So I'm just gonna go and put the static IP of 192.168.200 dot something to this. So let's go to our second, client machine, and go for Ethernet 0. Go to properties and go for v4, and there it is. I'm just gonna. Huh? Automatically we're going for so it I don't know 13, maybe I did not use that. So 192.168.200.50 and 192.168.200.1. we are back to our old IP address here, and now we are going for back to configuring the NAP. Alright, it is not showing the correct one, so I'm just going for refreshing. Italiano, it's a pizza. It's a pizza. We need to eat a pizza. Oh, slightly. Pizza. Yeah. What? If I have 5.8, it's still there? Oh, we're locked again. Okay. Seriously? Hello? Oh, it's still working. So and we are unlocked. Okay, so dashboard, and we're going for add roles and features here, and we're going to next, and then we are going to next again, and then we are going to next the third time. Now what we're going to add here is network policy and access services. This thing here. So let us just click that in the roles networker. This will all be the Italiano session for next 2 minutes until anyone says, just cut it out. We had enough. Huh? Or amigos, add features here. Oh, Spanish, Italiano. Okay. Gracias, amigos. Network policy, we are going for that. And access services, next, and next, and next. host credential authentication authorization protocol, and health registration authority, and NPS, radius, NAP. So HCAP is for authenticating the machines. That's where it's going to get installed. Host credential authorization protocol for all the machines. If you're trying to give that certificate, and for that you need to have Active Directory certificate services as well installed before that. If we want to use certificates for the machine, so the NAP could just cross-check the certificates are there or not, and then let the machine go and use our infrastructure, right? In our case, we're just going to check against that list of compliance, that Windows updates and all of those lists. Next, okay, network policy server, yes. Health registration authority, no. For now, we're not using that because we need to then add certificates to that. That becomes that makes the lab a lot longer. We just need to check how NAP really implements. Then host credential authorization protocol. HCAP allows you to integrate your Microsoft Network Access Protection solution with Cisco Network Access Control. Okay, sorry. Host registration authority was that checks the certificate of the machines. HCAP is actually going to let NAP can actually cross-check traffic coming from Cisco switches and routers as well. So any traffic coming from Cisco as well can be checked by NAP if you are using the host credential authorization protocol, right? So Cisco devices can be used as well, but Cisco has its own alternative for NAP. It is a NAC, right? NSE. So if you Google that, you can find that Cisco NSE. Next, and then it's a restart. So press yes here and go to install. What happened? Are you recording this? We already have so much big recording in the recording anyway in the YouTube. You don't have to separately record that. Hey.
Did you record the story?
Oh, it didn't happen yet. Yeah. So no, I mean somebody's now like active and okay, huh? I'm gonna be active now. So oh, it is done. No, come on, you cannot make Italiano, right? You should just do over. It is done. It is like that. Okay, anyway, so let's just go ahead and configure that. What? Bravo. Okay, so let's just go to tools and try to not go to tools. NAP is already there. It's having a NAP here on the left side. So NAP here, let's just go there to the right side and network policy server. Every two there? Yes. Okay, thank you for that reply. Network policy server. And there you go. So here all the radius related and network policy related features are there, but we're interested in network access protection. Before configuring this, actually no, we're not going for DHCP until we configure that. Yeah. So let's if we had click this, so there is that navigation network, and if we go way up here, NPS, then we have here configure NAP. So where to go? As soon as you open the network policy server, click on top NPS local, and it is already configured to start the wizard for NAP. So configure NAP here, and now we can select what type of traffic that we want to NAP, or we want to check or should be checked by NAP. So we're actually going for DHCP, but this could be another traffic, Health Registration Authority or IPsec with HRA, whichever computers have certificates with them, and then the wired and wireless as well, and VPN traffic, as well as remote desktop services, or previous name was terminal services, RD gateway traffic as well. These are the choices Microsoft has. That pretty much covers all types of traffic, or most of it. So let's just go for the local traffic and try to check against NAP policies. So as soon as we select that, the NAP DHCP gets selected here. Let's just go ahead now. Next, and reduce clients. So it comes here again. We already talked about that. And there is that diagram of radius clients. These are the radius clients, and this is the radius server, and this is the domain controller. We talked about that. already. And let's just go. We're not configuring any radius clients here. We don't have any, so we're just gonna keep it empty. Next, DHCP scopes. When you specify one or more NAP enabled scopes, NAP evaluates client health and performs authorization for client computers requesting an IP address from the designated scopes. Okay, what if we put DHCP scopes? Whoever gets those IP addresses will be checked by NAP as well. We're not giving any DHCP scopes. Oh, in fact, our client is from have a static IP address, right, guys? You know what? We need to have a DHCP. In my case, I don't have it, so I'm just gonna cancel out from here and minimize this, and I'm gonna quickly install a DHCP server because without that, because we're gonna go to DHCP and enable that option here as well, there as well. So I'm just gonna quickly add a DHCP here. So on the domain controller, I'm just going to the dashboard. I'm going to add roles and features, and go to next, and next DHCP server and features, next install
So you are adding this on the network.
domain controller.
Server.
Exactly.
The DC?
On the DC, and that is also a NAP server.
Because I'm running this on standalone server.
Oh, okay. If you have in your environment DHCP, which is okay. Wow, that's so cool. Getting the tables up and down. No, that the table was cool. Yeah. The DHCP option was also cool. Yeah. Or running on a separate server was also cool.
So in this case, we have to stop it on the DC,
On what? Stop what on the DC?
like DHCP.
No, we should have it. I didn't have it, so I'm installing. If you have it, then don't go for this. Right? If you already have it. So close. Okay, complete DHCP configuration. I'm just gonna click that and next. Commit. Done. Close. Okay, now we go for DHCP and configure that. You know, everyone can have an app now. This is the most boring thing I'm doing. I understand that. I'm with you guys. Don't worry. I'll wake you up when I'm there. Oh, okay. New scope. Next. CTEC scope. Enter. 192, 168, 200.70. Okay, 200. 200.222. Alright, so I just put some scope there, and there is no exclusion. 8 days is okay. Then I want to just put here the gateway, so it's 50 and add. Next, it got already the DNS and domain. We're not having wins, and there you go. Scope is done. Yay. Oh, yay. Okay, refresh, and the scope is here, and I'm going to just initiate that configuration again for that server. So I'm just going back to the not the VPN. I'm just going to close that. I'm going to go back to this network policy server, and then NPS, and again configure NAP. So I'm just going to go for DHCP now, and there I'm back to that same area. So radius clients no, DHCP scopes still no, but that reminded me that I should have a DHCP. Next, machine groups. So to grant or deny access to groups of computers, add groups to machine groups. If no groups are selected, this policy applies to all. While it is saying machine groups, it applies to all users, right? All computers. It should say all computers actually, right? So hey, I'm the only one who's doing the lab, and everyone is listening, right? Oh, you're doing the lab, but others are listening as well, right?
Can you go one step back?
Okay. Previous.
You know what these were scopes here?
Nope. Next. So machine groups are there, and not selecting anything here. A remediation server group. We're gonna create one remediation server group, which is just our domain controller as well. But we are creating that remediation server group, so we could tell NAP that hey, we have configured something for you. So new group here, and I'm just gonna name it remed group, and we're just putting our local server here in the remediation group. So friendly name is remed group, and the IP address is the local IP address, or the DNS name is server 01, server 01, resolve. It should resolve it to the correct IP address, which is not 10.10.10, but anyway, it is okay. Seriously, so I'm just gonna put it 192.168.200.1. Oh, seriously, or non-seriously, 192.168.200.1. And yeah, now at least I wanted to give the correct IP, right? So remediation group I've configured here because NAP needs to see something configured that it knows. If we do not configure that, I don't think it's I think it's still gonna work, but the thing is that we're just configuring one extra thing, that how do we configure remediation group. If it was a production environment, I would have added the server names of antivirus server, WSUS server, and domain controller for group policy and DNS. So I would have added 3 or 4 servers here, right, for the remediation group. And if we had set up that in a separate VLAN remediation group. So press OK here, remed group is there, and troubleshooting URL. If you are denied access, you can give that URL, so the user could be redirected to this URL, that redirected.html, you know, where it could just state the reason you're blocked, and our CEO hates you. Yeah, so we can be very constructive here and professional when we come. Our CEO hates you, so you're blocked, right? So this should be the perfect, you know, professional statement we can give. And please don't try this in the office. You'll be kicked out that day, right? So let's not do that. It's just for our staying awake in the NAP lab. So next, Windows security health validator. Of course, we need that definitely. Enable auto remediation of client computers. Auto remediation. We already defined the remediation group, so this means that this option just redirects the users to get remediated if there were in that group the antivirus, the DC, and the WSUS. At least we get that option enabled. Again, network access restrictions for NAP ineligible client computers. What does that mean? Deny full network access to NAP ineligible client computers. Allow access to restricted network only. What does that mean? Anyone knows that?
If the computer was not compatible with our rules, it should have access to computers to the domain or not. It should only have access to
restricted network. It should have access. If it is not compliant with the features of the NAP, or the NAP compliance features should not, it's cross checks that, and if it's not compliant with that, give it a restricted network or limited network. So it should come in our network card limited network, right? If our NAP configuration is perfect. So I'm just gonna keep it like that, because we need to do the client testing. Allow full network access to NAP ineligible client computers. Suppose your NAP, suppose CEO says, hey, stop it, man. Some might get, new employees are trying to connect, and their machines are obviously not configured according to the company policies. And they still want to connect. It's urgent. So can you stop it for 15 minutes or?
But is that 15 minutes again?
Yeah, so only those employees should know, and you should know, and your hacker friend at home. Yeah. So yeah, then there are other authentication methods, right? This is just checking machine health, but authentication methods are still there for VPN, and you must have a certificate there. This is on top of those authentication methods that you're checking the computers as well. So as I told my story as well, so I connected to a bank with the most unsecure computer, and I was able to do that, and I was like, wow, what a security, cool. But that was Nortel VPN. So Nortel, it was connecting to Nortel equipment as well. Cisco has NAC, so if they want to enable that, right? So again, do not click this option, click the deny option, right? Click the deny option and click the deny option again, third time. Next, and there you go, finito. So it is getting configured. Refresh this a couple of million. It's Microsoft. So and there's no refresh option. So still F5 hit a couple of million times, even if it doesn't refresh, right? Okay, that was bad. So now what? DHCP, right? So I'm just gonna go to DHCP and enable that or activate that NAP option, not AUK. So tools, DHCP. Now where's that option for the whole DHCP server or certain scopes? So NAP is available on both levels, on scope level and on server level. So if we go to scope level, where is that option? Right click, IPv4 properties, and there it is, the tab network access protection. This is on scope level. Suppose there are multiple scopes here, so we can choose which scope to punish, right? Oh, which scope to put NAP on, right? And then you can ask coffee every day from all the scope people, and you won't put NAP there. Samosas especially, yeah, just ask for samosas, that's it. It always works, yeah. Anyway, so network access protection, enable all scopes. I think I put it on scope level, and I'm just gonna cancel out, and if I want to go for server level, it's the same option here, not here, okay. On server, yeah.
How does it link, the DHCP link itself to the NAC?
So that's why we put the IP address to DHCP, because those clients will get the IP address from this scope. So when they get the IP address, whatever services are offered through scope will implement, right?
Yeah,
So when enabling this NAP,
so they will
obviously,
have the network access control server before going in.
so we have to first configure NAP, and then we can enable that, and it's going to know that, right? So in your case, DHCP is on the domain controller and NAP is on a member server, right? So you're telling DHCP now where that enable the NAP, but definitely how would you tell that which IP address on which server the NAP feature is installed? So how would you do that? You just enable that and it's going to connect automatically with the features, right? So let's just check that out now. Cool. Yep. So if I go to server and go for properties and go, I'm going this for the 4th time now. Seriously, I hate that. So V4, 4th time. So properties and their network access protection. Let's just enable that. But I'm gonna ask you one more question here. Enable on all scope. This will override network access protection settings of all the scopes you wish to continue. Suppose I'm putting it on the server wide, and this is the server wide actually. If I put it on one scope and on the other scope it is not available there, so this will on the server wide will implement it on all the scopes, which means that all the scope IP address or machines that are connected to those scopes will get this NAP, and they will all be stopped. If the machines are not updated, they're gonna be stopped, right? Press yes here. But what does it say here? DHCP server behavior when NPS is unreachable. So under NPS, we are enabling this policy called NAP. So if NPS itself is not available, what do you want to do? You still want to give full access? You want to give restricted access? You want to drop client packet? Okay, that was a good answer. Yeah, so let's just keep it like that. That was a perfect answer. I mean, I love it. I have tears of joy right now. That was so good. Okay, anyway. So refresh that and let's just go ahead. And what we did here was scope option. We enable the DHCP. We told DHCP there is a NAP. Now we go for group policy. Sure. Okay. So group policy. Let us go there. Let us. And tools. Hey, you're leaving, man. Oh, just kidding. Yeah. Okay, so no problem. It's okay. Oh, samosas? No. Oh. So group policy management. Oh, guys, it's 6 o'clock. It's up to you. Most of the eyes are red, and I hope you don't throw things at me at 6:30. Right? Start throwing things. Just stop. Oh, laptop. You can throw that actually. Yeah, that is okay. Then you won't see me as well. My laptop and from this window, go out. At 7 o'clock the doors close, so before that you can throw the laptop, right? So, okay, but
Glasses or security glasses.
really, they'll be that's one. Okay, did you try that? I can try with your
A
laptop.
couple of million times.
Oh, a couple of million times. Refresh. It's not refresh. God, man. Okay, so let us go to this. Not go like everyone was. Go. No, go to this option. Come on.
Go through it.
Yeah. Go to forest. Yeah. Not go home.
Go home to forest.
So go home to forest and domains, expand that, and we're gonna create or we're gonna just mess with our default domain policy. Do not try this
Try this at home.
at your office. At home you can try it anytime. Don't try this in your office. So default domain policy, click edit. We need to configure the NAP policies. You know, I was just trying my memory now if I remember where to go, because I just did it a few million times only, this lab. So it is Windows settings and then security and then network protection. Yay! Okay, so I remember that, man. So okay, so network protection. So first, if anyone is following me and if I'm going too fast, let me know. So security settings, Windows settings, policies, computer configuration, network access protection. So I expand that NAP client configuration, and there is, if you expand more, there is that enforcement clients, right? When we go to enforcement clients, we can just select one option. After going through these 23,000 options, we just click and enable one, quarantine enforcement client. If that client is caught, then quarantine it. Quarantine just means that that client cannot access the network anymore, right? Limited access to the network. So press OK here. One more thing we need to do here is on the same line, we're gonna just select the system services here. System services. That is another memory check. System services, click here and NAP. N. You can imagine now how many times I did that now. So that's why I'm remembering these options. Network access protection agent. Double click that and define policy and automatic. So anyone knows what is this? That's a very good answer. No. So
Straightforward.
that was like that's a good one. Yeah, like no. It's like no. So, but that's true, and I'm supposed to tell you now. But I thought you will try to think first and guess. And
Burn some
we are like
maybe burn some calories before saying no.
burn some calories, man, or burn something. I mean, oh no, just calories. Okay, so so no, but Harminder is also looking at the clock. This is the third time you looked at it. So I was saying, hey, it's 6 o'clock. Anyone wants to go can go, and who wants to sit with me? Wait. So he's a married guy. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah, fast. Yeah, that. So what was agent? Okay, that's not 007. This was on the client side. The NAP agent is already there. It's just not activated. So with this group policy, all the client machines will know now there is a NAP server. So that's why we're putting the service as automatic. This means we need to either restart the computer or sign out and sign in. And Amin's eyes, I could take a picture now. It's like red with you're trying to keep it open. No, you're trying your best, and Oladapo is like already. Oh God, man. Oh, there is one. Comments is coming next class. Yeah. So yeah, this next time it will be a big stick. Oh, sorry, man. Now I really need to edit this one.
Thrashing your laptop.
Okay, thrashing my laptop. Okay, press OK, and let's just go ahead. I'm just trying to make jokes to keep everyone awake. This is an extra job other than teaching. So yeah, paid for the stand-up comedy. Oh, okay. I should not say it myself. So, okay. Yeah. Oh, you're following? You're following the lab? You don't have to follow. Oh, you're okay. So it's right-click the domain policy and edit. Come on, Amir is already leaving now. That's not good.
I want to continue, but I have to be somewhere.
Hey, we all have to be somewhere. Come on. Oh, oh, very important somewhere. Okay, so take 4 samosas and stay. Yeah. So edit. No, from there was a requirement from the very last seats of the class. And security. And network access protection. Hey, what were you doing when I was doing that? At that time, you were like, okay. Yeah, you were actually taking a nap. So actually, you were following the lab then. Okay. Okay, there is no reply coming from our depot. Are you following that, right? Okay, so you done it, right? Already. I can go ahead? Okay, thank you. So yeah, right now we, previous class we decided that let's just go ahead. If you're, you can just follow the video, and I will make you follow the video because of the final exam. You will have to follow these anyway, if you want those numbers. So okay, so refresh couple of million times, and then go for command prompt here, and then go for admin and ipconfig/ ipconfig GP update / force. Come on, man. No, it is. There is a new command ipconfig / force as well. I'm just kidding. So GP update / force slash. That's a good one. Okay. So there are 6th guy who's about to leave. That's not good, man. Oh, okay. That's so computer policy. Okay. This is, so we did VPN configuration, we did DHCP, we did group policy. Now we just need to confirm the settings if it there. But before confirming the settings, we need to go where it actually checks what options we need to check, what options we do not need to check, right? So let's check that list where we check or uncheck the check. Okay, anyway, so let's just go to that area. There is, it is, if you go to the NPS network policy server and just keep expanding from here, network policy protection, system health validators, Windows security health validator, and you go for settings, and there it is, default configuration. We can create our own checklist as well, but if you go to just default configuration and double click that, it says clearly Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows XP. If we have put all the updates, latest updates, maybe it might come up with Windows 10 as well. But you can see now the list, firewall is enabled or not. It's checking antivirus application is on and up to date as well. Anti-spyware up to date, installed or not. And restrict access for clients that do not have all available security updates. Definitely I'm gonna put that because our client is not up to date. So specify the minimum severity level required for updates and important and above. So you can just put the severity level that to certain level it is acceptable, and you can let the client connect your infrastructure, but you can just put it to any if critical updates are only should be there and other updates are not there, you can tolerate that and let the client go, but important and above, I'm just gonna stick to the default and check that every 22 hours as well. So Windows Update is there, and Windows Update Services is, we don't have WSUS server here, so it's just saying that WSUS server should be there, but we have put all the options are enabled now. So it's going to check across all those if the group policy has reached that client, and press OK here. So these options are there, and there is that okay, cancel. So okay, And now we are ready. So one more thing, if we right click here on settings, and click new, then we can give here test and press OK, and one day it's gonna come, or Monday or Sunday, and I cannot even right click at. So it should be coming one day or Monday again. And I was just testing that if the test policy gets created, but the test failed. So let's just go ahead and try to check our servers while the policy will appear one day or Monday. Okay, again, so I'm just gonna either sign out, sign in, or just go for gp update / force here. Hey, if you want, we can just call it a day. Don't worry, it's okay. Maybe everyone says yes and you can go. Okay, anyway, so I was just talking to myself.
Are you on client?
Yeah, I'm on the client, and I'm just putting gp update / force here. And what I'm expecting here is, well, I think I have to, sorry, you got that? No, if this is the option you're getting, this is not the error we're expecting. We are expecting, if we go here on this area, there will be written this policy, this PC has, or this computer has limited access. We can do that exactly, and that's also a very good idea. Disable the network card and enable. Disable and okay, and then we go to network adapters and just enable, and we go back. Oh, so it should come here. Otherwise, we could just restart, and then it's going to double check that, oh, it's not filling up all the policies. So we can, so for that we just go for that very long code called restart computer. Enter. So if it doesn't come after restart, just keep restarting again and again and keep waiting forever, or no, whenever, again and again. If you once will try. While this is going on, let's go for the third lab. BitLocker. Yes.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Seriously? I thought you would say no, we're gonna go home. Oh.
That would be fun.
We are smart.
That's what we are waiting for.
See,
Yeah.
today I see rebellion here. Today I see, no, there, let me give you a solution now, and this will be, this will make your life very easy. I already have done BitLocker with the previous cohort, exact same from scratch, everything. You wanna watch this in the video?
No, you are my.
Huh? No, I haven't, man. So, sleepy time?
No, I said yes, it's
Little bit, okay. So again, if oh, not VPN. I should not be going for VPN. So local server, and then we go for and one day it's going to implement. But if we go for Windows Firewall, and yeah, it is also off, and in the policy it says on. Oh, I'm on work group. Anyone on member server? Did you get that?
Yeah, we are.
So
What output you are expecting?
so server 1,
What output you are expecting on limited access?
limited access should be coming in the network card. That's all. And it's a big yellow message that comes. So static domain.
For network, we have to give the DHCP or
DHCP. DHCP. That is why. So and also my machine name is also not good. It is server 1. So server 32. I'm sure I did not use that. So but it is should be, that why we give DHCP, so we could actually go for static domain back. Oh, it is already domain. So static admin and
unidentified network.
hey, you got it.
But unidentified network, no internet access.
No, not that one. This, we already have no internet access. It should be saying this policy is being handled by your system administrator, and it's not.
No, nothing like that.
No, then just restart again. But did you put it on DHCP?
Yep.
So IP config/release/renew. Just renew the policy again because it's coming from DHCP, and the policy or NAP policy should be coming.
Just renew the IP or the GPO?
GPO release as well. Whatever refreshes this situation, whatever refreshes the status, right? So one day it's going to join from. Yeah, sure, no problem. It's okay, man. Anyone wants to go, it's okay. 6 o'clock, and you want to leave us, it's okay. And we're so sad, it's okay. Okay, bye. 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 So let's see. Last man sitting. No, not standing. Sitting. Last man standing. Oh, there is a last man standing there. Okay. last. Okay, so let us go and wait for it to start. I still have to put it to DHCP, but it's just joining the domain, and then we go for the BitLocker, and we lock the bits there. So I'm just gonna go for take admin. Oh, now it's installing all the software from my GPO lab. Okay, so it implements, it works. My GPO lab works. After 3 weeks I can configure that. So now it is no. Oh. So this is how it is. If
DHCP, I get a message that it is restricted access.
You got it, restricted access
In the DHCP server.
in DHCP
In the
server.
lease, yeah, in the address lease. It shows
Okay, it should show there as well. Yeah,
the restricted access.
good, but it should be there on the client.
Yeah.
That's where. Oh, seriously, it's installing Google Chrome. Oh, God, come on, just yeah. Okay, TeamViewer and everything is installed.
It's showing up in server but not in client.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try to work it. I think today everyone is tired, right? I'm doing the psychological attacks now. So maybe everyone will, oh, come on, teacher. Already we are fighting this. Oh, God. Okay, let's go home. Oh, alright. So properties, v4, and automatic IP address. It should get it from DHCP. In fact, I'm just gonna push it and click diagnose. So it's just going to try to not do anything, and and it gets the IP address 200.200.
But
Yeah, 200 was the first one.
yeah.
So we are again testing that, and it did not till. So where did it show you? In the DHCP. Okay, so if you go to DHCP here, and we can have just one of that open, and it's not.
No. After unique ID, I think so.
So
Yeah.
okay. Is that the one? Well, NAP must be telling it. So I'm just making sure that error come there. So GP update slash. Oh, you did it already?
Yep.
No, it's different with the result is a bit different for different machines, I guess. But right now it's a similar one. GP update slash force. And let's just disable the card and enable the card again. So it's all implementation of group policy. And one more thing I need to check about the group policy.
Yeah, might be limited.
You got it?
Yes.
Limited connectivity?
No network access right now. No
Okay.
no internet access. But when I disable and enable, I got a notification in the write down. What?
That's it. Yellow message.
Yeah, I got a notification after saying.
Okay, you got it.
No, come on.
No, check this option. Check this area as well. It should be a big message here now, yellow one.
But there is no message here.
But it's popped up that it is a restricted access, right?
Enable it.
As soon as everyone is quiet, you wake up, right?
Network access protection, network access might be limited.
Okay.
Same thing.
This is the thing I think.
So if it's still not there, no, if you see anything extra other than this,
Maybe we missed
It's-
some gold points.
so that's why I'm just gonna visit that area again. And yeah, this is all okay, and I'm just gonna go for that group policy, and for that I'm just going to put it on magnifier, and just to maybe if we miss something. Oh, that's for just allowing access through policies, but that's not what right now we're enable on all access NAP configuration. This we did, and also go to the same. Yeah, we did system services and net and automate. Yes. Enforcement clients. Yes. Let's test on the client. Client may need to be restarted twice or thrice. Okay.
Wow.
This is officially now, and limited network connectivity should be showing there, right? It's better to have Windows 7 and 8. 7 and 8 shows the option quickly, and the end of the slide then. So it's just keep running GPU data force, or after 3 weeks maybe you also see this implementing as well, just like my group policy was implemented after 3 weeks. So I'm just gonna disable this network card one more time and enable that, and make sure also that my firewall is not open. Assigned by DFC. Oh, see, my firewall is open. So let us close that.
What do we have?
You already.
Let's try on Windows 8.
So let's try on Windows 8 now, and everyone will
Home assignment.
throw their laptops on me. Everyone will do that, and
Remote element, enable, and then
so I'm just disabling that again. And guys, this is like I'm this is not a restriction. If you want to go home, it's okay. I'm just
psychological attack again.
another psychological attack, but I don't see
I
it.
just pause the video. That's we are done.
Yeah. So we're just
Oh,
we-
wow, there he is.
oh.
I got it.
You got it? You got it. Okay, so there's a scream you can hear in the video. Do you hear that? Yes, I hear that. Okay, so that's it. Rinderjit got it, and we are both, fixing the eyes like this, and
I trust Rinderjit.
and we all trust Ravinderjit. So we're gonna just say that okay, it's done. Let's go for the next lab now.
Yeah. BitLocker. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of excitement about BitLocker. So this lab, okay, we're gonna leave it like that. And when we do BitLocker, we're gonna come back here, visit again. One day the group policy will reach here. We are sure about that. One day, always it reaches. Just like you saw, after 3 weeks, it reached my second server. So the group policy will always reach one day, or Monday or Sunday. GPU force here again, and we can put a loop of GPU updates force in a batch file.
Minus T. IP config.
So GPU update /force -t. So let's just put that on there. It will keep on updating until the group policy just gives up and say, okay, I'm implementing. Don't worry, just stop this. So one day it's gonna happen. Let's just go for BitLocker as well and try to check how can we secure our network-wide computer disks, and how it is a very good security option if your data is sitting
On desk.
on disk.
I think it's done almost. Because when we
BitLocker?
running the GP update, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
an error.
No.
Yeah.
What kind of error?
Look here.
So if there is an error, let's just
Saying that I am accessing
to me it's not giving any error, but also let me check if
lack of network connectivity. Again, the error from lack of network connectivity. No?
if you get that, that's also good. Why?
All network cards are disabled.
I will throw that samosa on you. You can just do ah.
Oh my god.
That's the only good thing I can throw. So, server 32 is there, and Timothy, you're leaving us.
Oh, well, my spirit is still with you.
You're still here, right?
My spirit is continuing with you.
Oh, okay. So, okay, so we're going to just give it some time, and it is all in the domain wide. This policy have been implemented. If you go to settings here, generate report and security settings, there is a NAP client configuration policy that has been implemented in the security settings. So the policy is there, and we're sure that one day it's gonna implement, and that will be that Monday or Sunday that's we're gonna rejoice. And these are steps for doing that, and if the policy doesn't reach the computer for some reason for everyone, then we can just curse that computer. Okay, so Harminder is hey, I wish I could put it in the camera. Hey, can you just send me a screenshot so I could put it in the video?
Yes.
This is what you're going to see exactly on your client, and that is something that we want to see. So one of the student is having that, Harminder is having that policy successfully done. So
It's not basic. Giving those that's part of the final exam.
oh yeah, I'm gonna try to make it as brutal as possible. So as difficult as possible, right? If it is very difficult for you, let me know. I'm gonna add it in the exam. If anything is oh, okay, now you're saying the correct thing. So it's okay, guys. If you want to leave, it's okay. I'm just
The computer does not meet security standard defined by network administrator.
yes,
Something. System health agent.
yeah. If it's health agent, it is all related to.
That may be required.
Two messages. One is this one, and another one is the IT manager.
But where are you
Will it show in video?
Yes.
Yeah, please
Will it
just.
show in video like this?
No,
Oh.
no, come here, come here.
That's a good one.
Come here, come here.
Look at it,
Yeah, you see?
man. Video is recording my screen, for God's sake.
What a joke, man!
Okay, so yeah.
This one is dealing with you.
Yeah. No.
Capture it's convenient.
Yes, that's what I'm telling those guys. Just send me this picture so I could just put it there.
Your laptop.
Exactly. So I can pause the video, run your screen there, and then unpause the video. So I'm pausing the video now. Okay, this is what you should be getting. The message if your group policy reached your client machines, and this is what I'm showing. This came to two of the students, so they're showing it there. It didn't come to my computer till now, but this is what you should be seeing. So this is it. All the students are leaving now. So let's just resume. So we're resuming now, and Rizwan is being really patient right now in the video, watching the video. And let's just go ahead and do the BitLocker lab. So for that, we're going to go bit by bit to the locker. And there's the other email as well showing the same, which I just opened. So this is the message that is coming. And that was what we were. Thank you very much for this contribution. A message from the sponsors now? No. Okay. BitLocker. So what is BitLocker? It is... Alright, guys. Okay. Okay, so BitLocker get your devices encrypted and secured from theft. Seriously? It's 6:48?
Yeah, almost 7.
Okay, guys.
To break the heart.
Goodbye.
All records.
No, but I'm sending you this BitLocker video.
This topic is easy, man.
Oh, this is like.
We know.
Oh, it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
I need to also go.
Very sunny day. And it's still doing the hours of life.
Oh man. That's what I was thinking, that why everyone is leaving so soon. I thought it was 6 o'clock. Okay, we are stopping, but I'm just gonna send you the BitLocker video anyway.